Hello. Okay, is this thing on? Test 1, 2, 3. Welcome everyone to Replay, episode 7, part 2. I think I renamed these. The show where we talk about game dev, game design, and do live game analysis. Bit more focused on my area of expertise, which is of course level design. Look at that intro. Isn't that proper? We should do this every time. It feels like this is official. Hey everyone, let's cut the formalities and get straight to what is important. How are you guys today? I see so many of you already. Wow, it's Good Merit. Hello, Mirosi. By the way, the problem with this game is, as awesome as the music is, it has this thing that whenever I minimize it, it doesn't have sound playing in the background. I cannot, or maybe there is an option. Give me a sec. Nope, no option to continue playing the music in the background. So I'll tap out because I'm scrolling through my chat. See, Good Merit, Duck's Hat, welcome, Zoyasha, Phoenix Ione. Wow, that's an awesome name. Welcome to the stream. Rayfish, Crazy Kitty, of course, my moderator. Fippy, hello. I'm not sure about that Ocarina solo you requested. Papo Morchilla, nice to see you again. Kit Kat Kate, of course. Korpoik, I see as well. Tancho, hello. I'm not sure if I said already. Elucirat, either way, you know, twice is better than one. And of course, Plot C. Plot C, hello. All of you and more, everyone who's lurking, welcome to the stream. I hope we'll have a lot of fun today, learn something as well, and I hope you're doing really, really great. Oh, what is this? Is this a random Miko that appeared that you only know by her tail? Oh no! Ellen Furia, thank you for dropping by to say hi. You've been hiking the whole day. Oh, there's nothing better, almost nothing better, than a hot shower after a long hike and then going to bed. So I hope you get to enjoy it. I hope your hike was awesome. Thank you for dropping by and get some sweet, sweet rest. Cat, please take your tail out of my face. I made some coffee today, not iced coffee. I feel it's good enough. And I've been practicing my latte art. Look, it's already kind of fucked because you need to drink it immediately. Now I have cat hair in it. Fucking great, Miko. Thank you. But see, it's kind of shitty. I can't tilt it further, but I'm getting there. I'm improving slowly. Yes, everyone wish Ellen Furious a good night. Nice leave, Miles. Mirosi, why? Why do you? Of course. God damn it, cat. What is this? Right, now you're doing the thing where you're cuddling with my microphone, you're cuddling with my water. That's something she likes, with my water jugs here, like, you know, that I have this tea. And she gets hair all over them and in them. Yes. All right, so Miko's here to say hello as well. That's great. How has your week been? It's been a somewhat long week for me, I think. Yeah, it's been a while. Cat. I don't know if she's been fed. Either way, I think Miko is a streamer. You know what's really fun with Miko? Miko, come here. Oh, now you're sitting down because you own this desk. Right, can you come over here? Come. No? No? Okay, you're definitely not a showstar. Look, yes, look. Let's do the fun thing that you love so much. She hates being picked up. She absolutely hates it. Ah, you just want to cuddle. So let's do it. No, wait. I need to move the microphone up. Miko, you're here, and now you have to pay the price. Look into the camera. Say hi to these lovely people. But the awesome thing is, you know, while she really hates being picked up, she's got to be the most chill and forgiving cat ever because she usually doesn't hold grudges. Like, she goes and cuddles. Now, of course, she just walks away, making me look like an asshole. Thank you, cat. But no, like she tolerates me picking her up usually. But she's clear to make me know that she doesn't like it. She does have wonderful eyes, yeah. Okay, patch notes. I did some. Not the ones that some of you are waiting for. It's the streams patch notes. And I do remember more changes, but the one that actually, because I didn't write anything down this time. Oh no, I have two things actually. First off, yeah, I renamed the episodes. I figured it's a bit stupid. You know, I used to have every stream be its own episode. Not that it matters too much to you guys, but just so for transparency's sake, and so you know my thoughts on this. So every episode used to be its own, you know, like every stream. So I'd have like 14 streams now, I think. Man, time goes by quickly. So 14 episodes. But I thought that was kind of stupid because when I tried to rename the previous secret level episodes, I figured, no, this is the community challenge #1. So all of the episodes must be secret level #1. And then I divided into part 1, 2, and 3, right? Because there were 3 parts, 2 streams, one which split into 2 halves, right? And so I thought, okay, for consistency's sake, I should probably apply the same treatment to everything else. So now we're down on episode 7 because the Mass Effect episodes, the Bloodborne ones and all that, they now count as 1, which is split into 3 parts, as opposed to 3 individual episodes. Makes sense? I hope it does. For me, it seems a bit cleaner. And the cool thing is, now, eventually, we can celebrate another 10th episode. So there's that. The second one is a really cool little announcement for every one of you who's been waiting for the next installment, the next stream of Secret Level. So our Valheim stream, the current secret level streams are the Valheim streams, where I sit together with my dear friends and colleagues, Sebastian McBride, whom we call Seb, and Mark Foreman, aka Mark. And we built a Valheim village together, and we're making you part of the process, right? And we're trying to be really, really serious about building this village, utilizing all of our knowledge as level designers and environment artists to make the best village ever. So, having said that, the next date for our Valheim stream is going to be this coming Saturday, probably starting around 3 o'clock, but we'll do open end. We'll just see how long it takes us, you know, how long we'll do it. And then we'll build into the night and just take from there. So for those of you who have better things to do than to spend a weekend watching Valheim streams of some random designers talking manically about their craft, there'll be plenty of time for you to drop by for a couple of minutes and, you know, then switch out. So it's gonna be really fun. And as always, I'm gonna save the VODs, right? And they'll be available for watching later on my page. So that's gonna be really cool. I'm really looking forward to it. I know Mark and Seb are also really hyped about it. Yeah, I can't wait to get back to Aqualonia. I think that was the name that one of you gave the village. Yeah, so it will be cool. It'll be cool. I'll try to focus a bit more on, you know, the other people's work, but also describing the actual work we're doing. I feel like towards the end of the last one, we've just been sort of goofing around, which was fun. But I think there should also be a bit more focus on, of course, this sort of learning experience. So that's that. I think with that out of the way, what else? I think that's it. Let's start playing some video games, shall we? Okay, so the game today, as last time, is hello Killy-kun. Nice that you could make it. So we are what are we gonna do? We're playing Death's Door, the game we started playing last week, and I actually haven't played it since then, but I really was thinking about it a lot. It is quite mesmerizing. Polish escape room! Welcome to the stream! I hope you're doing great. Alright, so let's continue where we left off last time. I need to turn on my recording in case we will need it, which I hope we will. I was playing some Demon Souls yesterday and got my ass handed by the Tower Knight. That was fun. Right, okay. Little side note. Sunquad, hello, welcome. Okay, so we, I remember now. We made it successfully into the Witch's Dungeon. And that's where we stopped. Oh, right, I have the daggers. Fucking awesome. Rayfish, I'm so glad. Thank you for dropping by. This, you know, imagine Link got into this here. How would he handle these? He'd probably get a stroke. Or should I say Zelda? When Zelda gets in here, you know, Zelda, the guy that breaks all the vases. Oh, this is a passage. Oh, that's interesting. You know, this is actually really fascinating in terms of the design, trying to sort of telegraph where a passage is and where it isn't, right? And I generally find it a very interesting choice that there is this black void where, you know, the walls would be. But I suppose, and on this side you actually see the stuff. Yeah, Kid Kat K2. That's right. And he told me the daggers were shit. But now that I look at it with a... Wait, did we come from this door? No, this is so this is the entrance to the dungeon, right? Yeah. Ah, this is our friend. Oh. Huh. See, this is interesting. You know, like, notice how... actually, I don't have my tool on. My tool. Where's my gink? There we go. So, one thing that I find interesting, and now we don't have audio, but bear with me. Again, when I tab out... Hey, Rayfish! Thank you for the subscription! Machiavelli, shut up. I really would like to talk more about it, but I can't. We're working on it. That's all I can say. Rest assured, I haven't forgotten. Okay, so can you see this? No, you can't. All right, of course, yeah, you need to switch into this. All right, so notice what I find interesting, like just stylistic choice, you know, is how even from this perspective we have now this wall with this thing, right? And that's cool, of course. Now, if I walk back into this, notice how even though we're from the same perspective, the wall isn't here, right? Which I don't think does much. There's probably a design choice that went into this that, you know, I failed to see right now, but it strikes me as curious, right? I noticed this. Because I kind of would have understood if all of the... maybe the design choice is that literally they decided on a principle that the low right walls on this perspective, they're all gone, right? So you have the left bottom wall. This and this. These are always transparent, so you can see more. Which is also nice because I suppose you don't need to work on a kind of shader that would make these walls transparent if the player actually needed to see through it, right? Suppose we had the walls in here like this, and then you needed to see an object over here. That would be difficult, right? So you would need to actually make some transparency shader to show these kind of objects. And they have it. They have something like this. We've seen that in the last stream where we were walking around some trees or something, right? But I think overall for dungeons, maybe it's just they just decided it would be simpler, you know, and more obvious and easy to see to not have these walls and, you know, give you more space. Because really, look at this room in particular. Oops. Oh, I can walk with the drawing. This room in particular, you know, if we actually extended all of this, this is amazingly straight. And now I'm going to actually obscure it with my amazing pen. And look at how much less we would actually be able to see of the environment here. Right? You know, like it would literally just kind of boil down to this sort of area that we could see all the decoration in. You wouldn't get this feeling of it being a large room, even if with like this sort of transparency shader thing, you would be able to see through it and see our character behind it, right, as an outline or something like they've done before. But really portraying a gigantic mansion that is supposed to look awesome with these walls being in the way would be really, really difficult, right? Do you understand what I mean? Does that make sense? So it, you know, allows them to make things prettier. It makes things a bit easier to, you know, present to the player. And I think it also makes it easier for players to understand what the space is about, right? Needless to say, though, it is an interesting observation, I think. Now, one other small thing that I wanted to talk about in regards to telegraphing passages, right? Because in a game like this, and also in other genres, but really... Oh! Spark! Thank you so much! 3-month subscription. Fucking awesome, man. The time runs. Time runs. Same for Rayfish, by the way. Super cool. So my point was that it's really difficult to kind of, you know, like showcase what lies ahead to the player, right? Like we talked about this somewhat last time, where due to us not having far sight, the player is much more reliant on what they see on the screen. So level designers and the game designers in general here and the artists need to work so much harder to make, you know, the player aware of what is going on. Oh, Spark, no! What happened? Oh no. The tragedy. I hope you get back. Spark, what happened? Let me know. I don't know why, but I didn't change anything. I thought Toastbot was kind of nice these last few days, streams. Either way, so level designers need to work extra hard to make the player aware of what's going on around them, right? So they use certain artistic tricks and these are actually things that we use in real life as well, in hospitals, you know, and stuff. So here, for example, it would be these guiding lines, right? That decoratively frame the entire room. But you see how literally around here, purple, let's do that. You know, you actually get to then have this little gap, and it very effectively and subtly suggests to you that, hey, the path continues there, right? Toastbot confirmed, Mr. Blue Eyes. Mirosi, shut up, you know too much, it's dangerous. Which is also why I can see here that probably, you know, there may be a passage later on here, right? And interestingly, with the staircase here, they drop it. I don't think they would have needed to, but it may have been an artistic choice, right? Because it may have looked a bit weird to have the line go all the way here. Oops, can I do a better one? The line all the way here, right? And then just be like this. That kind of doesn't look so nice on stuff that works with so many 90-degree angles, right? At the very minimum, you'd want to do like a little like this, right? So you have this little corner around it. But you can see that the way the location is set up, it doesn't actually work like that. And I wouldn't be surprised to see that the way their set pieces work, basically the 3D models that they use to, you know, put together a level, like this very well could be entirely made in one piece in Maya or any 3D art software, right? But what also could be happening is literally that they just made individual pieces, like a corner piece, you know, like a straight piece, like a center piece, you know, and that gives the user, and possibly even like this T almost junction piece, right? And that gives the user the ability to just kind of put them together like Lego blocks, right? And alternate them in any kind of fashion and form that you so desire, and to create these shapes. But it also, by nature, of course, puts some limits on the user, right? So the designer in this case, who puts all of this together. So yeah, very awesome. And stuff like this, even I don't think it necessarily would need to be a piece. Like this being a 3D game, they could easily just have it as a separate asset and put it on top. So I hope that made sense. Let's see what Sunquad also got punted. That's tragic. That's tragic. Wait, is that like a total amount of messages that were deleted by you in this post or in general? Does it mean like Sunquad has been punted by the bot 10 times now? Or is it 10 times right now? Too many exclamation marks. Oh. Well, I actually allow for quite a few exclamation marks, but I can't increase it. Ah, eyes are okay. All right. Do you designers do some breaks on designing rooms to get a fresh view on the design again? If yes, for how long? Oh, that's a great question. I think this is a question that many, like that applies to many art and design disciplines, right? You'll have moments where you just are stuck when you're working on something, and then yeah, it can help to take a break and come back with some fresh eyes, or even show it to someone else, right? So they can give some input. What I find more really fascinating during this process is usually that during a game production, right? You don't work on project A, like let's say Konpeki Plaza in Cyberpunk, right? You don't work on that and then finish it from, like, you start it and then finish it in one go, right? The individual steps from, like design to the first draft, 3D draft, and to like a more detailed stage all the way to the final polished level, they happen over quite a long time, right? And usually what you will do is to do these passes on different locations at the same time, meaning that I may have worked on multiple locations in Witcher or Cyberpunk, for example, right? So I would bring most of my locations then into their first iteration, right? And then I'd go into the next location, bring that up to the first iteration, right? So it's all very basic, very easy. And then I'd actually, eventually when everyone in the studio has done their work, ideally, that's when you'd go, okay, let's do another round. Let's bring everything to the next level. No pun intended. And that way, the game slowly grows and grows and improves, right? So I find there, to get back to your question, Korpoik, that actually what you'll get is automatically almost like a little break in between working on one location, simply because you go off to work on another, right? And depending on how many locations you have assigned, the interval between you working on one specific location and then another will become longer. And usually what I really like about this is that if I come back to a location like that, you have like a really good sense of, wow, I've worked on so many other things. I've learned so much about the project I'm working on, right? Tested, iterated on other scenarios to feel what works, what doesn't. And then you can use that experience and the fresh eyes and ideas that you may have gathered to improve your original work, right? It's a really nice way of working, actually. Andre, hey, welcome. How's Denmark treating you? I'm hearing whispers. I'm hearing whispers. Are you a boss? No. Yeah, the expat life is interesting, right? Is this that was your first time, working outside of Poland? Exactly, right? Right? First time being an expat? By the way, don't feel obligated to answer. Oh, that's a problem. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh, wow. I forgot. I need to dodge. This is Dark Souls, even though it looks cute. That is such an interesting enemy. Ah! Tremble before me. Panda Network Official. Welcome to the stream. Wait, is this one also an enemy? No. I can't trust the vases anymore now. Yeah, so Anjay, you know, I think I genuinely believe that everyone who's, you know, possibly can get the chance should try to take it to work, you know, outside of their home country once. I think it really, really gives you a lot of perspective and lots of awesome life experience. Wait, this is the one that kills me, right? Oh, it does! Okay. I don't know what I was expecting. Wasn't this also one that blows up? I don't remember. I can switch back into regular game mode again, so it's more full screen. Oh, oh, wait, what the f... No! It is you! Leave me alone! It's the thing that looks like a healing item, but actually isn't healing. Oh, I certainly didn't expect that. Oh wait, it's infinite. Why are you looking like a healing item? What the fuck, these enemies? I almost feel bad for killing the monster out of their bases. Wait. How do I do the Oh, I've always been doing strong attacks. Kolpoik, I'm glad you find it interesting. So much so that I had to say I'm glad twice. Miles is confused by a game he played in the past. Dude, you should see me play Cyberpunk. Some nice paintings here, okay. Yep, it's like the dude that got cursed with the teapot head, right? Elusiar. Maybe he was just made part of the family. Oh, how can I get there? Oh. Oh. Is this how what I think it is? Ah. Oh, I like this. This is subtle. This is subtle. Huh. I'll talk about this. I want to talk about... See? This is literally a healing item. It's the same thing, just that there's a little core thing around it. Like a little husk. See? If this came flying after me and shouted at me, it would be literally the same thing. Why is that one thing trying to kill me? So, the one thing I actually... Miles Cyberpunk stream confirmed. Eventually, maybe. Who knows? But I don't think, you know, like my friend Sasko, I don't think I would play the entire game, but we would do something like this, right? That fits the format, where maybe we'll take a look at some of my levels. And oh, maybe we'll get some of my colleagues in there to critique my levels and tell me how shit they are. No, but genuinely, like, we can analyze them and talk about what I could have done better. That would be great. That one goes in the books. Let me write that down. Let me write that down into my idea notepad thing. Wait, I can get Mark to be all upset about what I did. To... Okay, I got it. I got it. I'll work on that idea. What do you think? I think this sounds like a lot of fun. Hopefully I'd be allowed to do it. Okay, I wrote down Spark. So basically I just had this idea because people were asking if I'd eventually stream Cyberpunk, right? And to which I replied that I actually think it would be a cool thing to do, but I would probably not play the entire game like Pavel does, but I'd play something like we do here, right? Like a part of the game and then we'd analyze it. And from that, I actually had the idea it may be cool to actually get some of my colleagues, you know, maybe Mark, maybe Seb, maybe someone else in there to give me feedback on my locations. And, you know, like to just kind of do a little post-mortem. Like, oh, man, Miles, if you really had put an effort into this, this could have been such a great level. But really, hard to save now, is it? And maybe we'll do something like that. I need to think on that. So I wrote down that idea to answer your question. One thing that I wanted to point out is like how I like the subtleness about this, right? We literally just talked about the ground stuff, right? Like this thing to help telegraph passages, right? And here they're doing another thing to kind of, how do you call it, like telegraph what the player should do through the environment, right? So it's sort of like tutorials without text and buttons, show, don't tell, right? And subliminally putting the action that we want the player to do into the game through the visuals. And what I mean by that is this. So they want, and I haven't done this yet, but I'm just assuming, they want me to use this, right? To shoot my arrow from here through this to ignite this thing. And I'll do that to see let's see what happens. I'm just saying this without knowing if it's true. Let me test my thesis. Wait, how do I do this again? Oh shit. Nope. Nope. Oh, wrong button. God damn it. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Who's already doing them? What? Who's already doing what? All the people who drop a... Have you played Mafia games? I haven't. Thank you for asking. I'm doing great, Adziel. Adzi. Sorry, Adzi, for messing up your name. I hope you're doing awesome as well. And we'll be playing Valheim on stream on Saturday again. Yeah, so it seems to be what needs to be done. Oh, yeah, okay, nice. All right, so yeah, they're using the carpet to kind of subliminally, it's almost like a ramp, you know, to kind of showcase, hey, like literally the only thing this is missing is really, can you even see? No, you can't see. Ah, okay. The only thing it's really missing is almost like an arrow like this. But it's fascinating how they're using the carpet here to kind of help guide the player towards the idea of, hey, shoot an arrow over here at this object to go here, right? It's again, as I said, interesting use of the environment here, and these kind of games need to work really hard to kind of again telegraph what the player needs to do. I also like how this puzzle seems to sort of very naturally, you know, go. It's not super complex, but it feels good to play it, I think, because it flows very naturally to where the player's attention leads, right? So what I mean is this sort of, or like the ladder, right? It allows me to walk up here. I get around here. I walk around here. I see this, right? Oh, actually, let me scrap that. Let me try to do it from the beginning. So we come in here. First thing that we see is actually, I think, the first thing that we see is not necessarily the lantern because it's not burning, but it's actually this strip, right? Let's confirm this. Try this with me. Like, try to squint your eyes ever so slightly as we go inside and see. Tell me what is the most obvious thing you see other than the lantern now that it's burning. Yeah, it seems to me that what really sticks out would be this, at least to me. Might be my confirmation bias though, but I think this is an important bit. This is a replay, fellas. Save your points. He isn't actually live. What? Romulus, what is going on? Sorry, I was so in the middle of the analysis, which is what we do here, kind of, right? That I couldn't follow up on chat. What's going on? What did I miss? I don't know if this is a level design question, but I wonder why most of the Cyberpunk missions are in street level. We don't spend much time. It would be nice to having chase missions on rooftops like ooh. Takamura, my English is not. Oh, there's a lot of answers to that, Machiavelli. Can you post this again in like 5 to 10 minutes or so? We'll sit down and take a look at this question. I just want to first off think about it a bit, but also finish my trail of thought in what I've started drawing on the screen. I hope you understand. But we'll get to it. Just keep spamming it. There's a wall running question by Duckheads as well. Would take some wall running type stuff, right? Can't remember if Miles or Paul talked about this, but really limits environment. Yeah, wall running is difficult. I can talk about that in a second as well. To reiterate on that, because Pavel made some good points the other day. There's actually a bit more to it even. So points to me finished long ago. I had change. 1,000. I missed your GC talk number 2, Romulus. It's okay. It's okay. You can watch the recordings. All right, okay. Machiavelli got permission to spam. Noted. Yeah, but make it like this one time. Okay, sorry. So, what my point is, right? So I don't know if you kind of saw the same thing when we walk into this, right? We squint this little carpet, I would say, but it's really, what do you call a carpet again when you put it on a table? Tablecloth. The tablecloth. Well, that's a Miko hair. Wait, sorry. The cat is still around. Okay, so yeah, this becomes obvious, right? So you walk inside and you look at this and you don't really go, okay. You just make a mental note. There's not really a lot you take from that, right? It's just, it's there. You see it, right? But your attention is there now. As you continue walking into the room, probably, you see this, the lantern, simply because it's so center. It's in the middle of the carpet, right? They do a lot to sort of highlight it with like the placement of this carpet. Then it's a different color. Yeah, what more can I say? There's shape contrast, if you will, as well, right? So you have boxy. There's lots of boxy stuff. Boxy. And then there is a bit of a round thing going on top, so that makes it kind of pop a bit more, right? And already you're like you now got clue number 1, and you got clue number 2. So you're like, I need to get up here. So your eyes start to wander around, and chances are that then at that point, or even through walking around, you'll see this, right? It's almost impossible to miss. If you do a little bit of exploration, you're like, okay, nice. One thing I also think is quite clever is that not only do we have the ladder here, of course, right? So clue number 1, clue number 2, we find the ladder, right? But even then, they're using like another different texture here on this little board, which not only logically makes sense, right? It's almost like a ramp. What kind of bookshelf would have like a diagonal piece like that? I don't know. So it's like an added piece of sorts, but it makes it visually more distinct, right? And it's sort of it's very clear from these lines and everything that it's a ramp, right? Like it's almost hard to not understand that this is a ramp. So the whole idea is really, to really carefully put together this this little combination of clues to allow the player to very naturally find their way to this thing, right? And then hopefully draw the conclusion of using the arrow like I did, right? And what I liked about this is not only this sort of like it's from, first your center of attention is this, then your center of attention is this, then you already start thinking, what happens, right? You find the ladder, you move around. And as you do this and then try to figure out what's going on, you shoot the arrow, you hit this thing, and now your point of focus is on that line, and you're like, oh, cool, I did something over here, right? And coincidentally, that's also where we need to go now, right? So it's like this sort of double effect, as opposed to having, like your Like, okay, you activated this, but now the next step is to walk over here, up here, and then do something on this side. It's actually to go to the place where you just caused some action. I think that's elegant. Alright, so we do this. Let's see what happens. Oh, it's like a timing... Wait. Timing? No. I want to test this. Ooh, there's a little timing effect to it as well. Alright, nice. Creeper Slasher, hello, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? I hope you're having a great day as well. Thank you. And I got the key. And again, even with the key placement, right? Like we shoot the arrow to here and the key is here. It's not over here. It's not over here, but they placed it here at sort of to where the conclusion of this puzzle is, right? So your gaze is really being shifted around in this puzzle by going, let's use a different color to make it all more obvious. So you look at this, you look at this, then you wander around here, right? So actually your eyes and the way you move through this puzzle is in this very circular motion, which feels very intuitive and very natural, right? It kind of helps that it's going in the same sort of loop in this spiral shape, what makes it really, really intuitive and easy to figure out, but still feels rewarding. Look, just like that, we analyzed a whole puzzle. And I could actually, I swear, if I interrupt my... Wrong button. Let me interrupt my recording. What was the button to interrupt my recording again? Oh, fuck, I forgot. I need to press it manually. Oh. Okay, so I almost shut down the stream. That was really silly. And so let me prove one final point. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna be cool, I think. So if I open... Today is the 11th. Yeah, this one. Ooh, that's me. Okay. Look. So as we're oops. Yes. Wow, it records everything. Nope. Yes. Now as we go into the room, look at how hidden the key actually is. Move, Miles. Right? It's not even in the first moments that you are in this room that it is there, right? Like it's not one of the first and not even the second thing you see in this, even though it is the element you need to get in this room and you don't know that you want it. Also, I suppose it's really helpful to aid with this whole thing that I was just talking about, right? To have the loot item placed up here to further implant the idea to the player that, hey, you should get up here. There's a place you can get up here. There's shit. Also, you can solve the puzzle by doing it, right? So it's kind of sweet. And even now, if I move forward, even here, look, I'm in the middle of the room. I still can't see the key. Clearly, you know, for the solving of the puzzle, it doesn't really play a big role. But now that I zoom upward, you can see it's actually like tucked away. It's almost like, you know, like as if someone tried to put it as far away from where the player comes in as possible, which is probably what happened. Because again, as for solving the puzzle, it doesn't really play a huge role. And what you as a player, as a designer will want to do is, of course, focus the player on the elements that are relevant to him, that matter, right? If the key was just in the middle of this, it would just detract from whatever else the player needs to do, right? It wouldn't be a huge deal, I think. But, you know, like it would immediately dilute the experience a bit because the player would come in and go like, oh, key. What's with the key? How do I get the key? What do I need to do? Instead of going, oh, there's the lantern. There's the loot item. I guess I need to get up there somehow, right? Ooh, I think I can shoot the arrow here. Oh, that did something. Oh, the key, right? So that's sort of the line of thoughts. And you can see how that is different, and that causes a very sort of different flow for this puzzle. And this is so cool. I always wanted to do like a live analysis of a puzzle, and finally we're here to actually talking about a tiny little puzzle. The dreams come true, guys. Just need to believe hard enough in them. And I think that concludes this section of the analysis. That was pretty cool, I thought. What do you think? What do you think? Does that all make sense to you guys? Was it easy to follow? And again, you know, like my whole point with this is, of course, to also showcase how complex making games is. And you know, I think simple rooms like this, you know, like seemingly simple rooms like this, where the puzzle is something that you can solve in 2-3 minutes and you're done, right? Showcase really, really well how much effort and how much thought needs to go into a puzzle like this to actually make it happen, to be so smoothly and so nice, right? It is really a testament to some great puzzle design, but also thoughts being put into it. And now, a good puzzle doesn't need to be difficult, right? A good puzzle, in my mind, is something that effectively balances the line of letting the player figure things out without doing the work for him. Where the difficulty lies there can be really up to the kind of game that you're making, right? Like, you know, like this game doesn't want me to be occupied too long with the puzzles, right? Whereas, I don't know, room escape games, they will want you to spend more time on solving a puzzle, right? But they both try to make it so that the player sort of naturally gets led to the conclusion. It lines up too perfectly. What does? But was the loot really necessary there? Could you guide player just by room design alone? I mean, you know, Mirosi, I don't think it was necessary, but it helps. And if you have something where you can give the player a little health item and use your arsenal as a designer, of which loot is part, right, to lure the player to where you need them to be, then why not? Removing the loot, I don't think would have added anything to the puzzle, right? Quite to the contrary. Not having, like now that I have it, I also get a little bit of a reward for simply figuring out how to get up here, right? And then I do the puzzle. Yeah. So, Machiavelli. Let me reread your question again. You didn't need to redeem the highlights again, but I do appreciate it. So, right. Why is most of the Cyberpunk missions in street level? We don't spend much time on rooftops or top of the huge buildings. It would be nice to having chase missions on rooftops. As a sample, there's only one mission. Yeah, I think this is, I don't think there's a really definite answer to that. There's not like a, yeah, this is the reason why we don't have it. But it's oftentimes a matter of circumstance and you know, some technical reasonings that kind of fall into it. First off, for example, if we do stuff on rooftops, like for example, the very beginning with the scavengers, then it's not on the very rooftops, right? But where you save Sandra Dorset, you need to travel a long time with an elevator to get up there, right? And that's the general thing. If you place stuff on a rooftop, it also means that there must be a way for the player to get up there and down, right? Be that through you know, exploration, so jumping around, or elevators. And let's be honest, elevator rides are not necessarily the most fun, but they're not like, of course, the one reason. Like it's not like, yes, the CD Projekt doesn't like to make elevators, and that's why we don't have more rooftop content. But a lot of it also boils down to you know, performance, I suppose, because if you have like a huge view over the entire city from really high up, you know, it causes you to see a lot. That means that your machine, whatever that may be, needs to render a lot, right? And while these views can be really nice and amazing, we usually need to relatively carefully craft them, meaning that, you know, when we have a view like the one you have from Hiromi's apartment, for example, right? When you do the Judy quest line, which is awesome. You get to the very top of the mega building, right? And you get to see towards Watson and city center, right? It's and you oversee Japantown. That is something where, you know, I as a designer just go, like, let's make this, let's make it awesome. And then the environment artists go, oh shit, he made this. And now they're like, okay, let's decorate some of the rooftops more, so the, you know, it looks more believable, right? Because they are not meant to be accessible. Yet because I decided that, hey, we should have this view there, someone needs to spend time now decorating them to make it look like, you know, the people in the world at least access it, right? And then of course there's such a thing as of level of detail, right? So the for performance optimization reasons, what games do is that the further an object is away from the player, oftentimes they use a more simplified geometry, right? So it's not the high-res, mega awesome high-rise building that you've seen from up top, but from a distance, it's more or less detailed, right? Because simply you don't need to see it at that detail from that distance because you couldn't see it anyway. So automatically, with stuff like this, you know, you put stress on the people who need to make the LODs because they can be automated using third-party software, but I find often from what I hear, and this is not just for us, like still people need to touch them up, you know, and do some additional work to make them look proper, because otherwise, you know, they may look too low detail over a distance, yada yada. It's a lot of sort of more technical stuff that you know I don't necessarily work on directly, right? So that's definitely also a consideration. So now we have 2 points already, right? And I could certainly find some more, like let me actually think about it. So you mentioned like a rooftop chase. Towards that, I would say that the parade section was like a big challenge to make because it had all of these connections, right? Like coming up with logical connections between so many buildings in a city like that is kind of hard when you try to make them feel real, right? Like, and the problem is also that when you make some accesses, the player always expects more, right? So you're always kind of asking yourself the question, how much is too much? How much is too little? And how much can I get away with before people keep asking sort of like, oh, why can't we do more and more and more, right? And of course, we have only a limited amount of time to make stuff, right? We have a limited amount of manpower to do stuff. So that plays a big role. And you simply don't have that with street level locations, or not to that degree, where if you're on the street level, you don't need to worry about all of the, you know, rooftops that people could also see that you can decorate, but you're decorating the area that the player will most likely walk across anyway, right? Because if it's on street level, well, then it's usually accessible to the player, so we'll decorate it anyway, right? You know, so I hope that answers your question to a degree. And again, let me make clear that this is not just, again, one answer, one question, one answer thing, right? But there's more factors. And again, it also really depends on what's happening on the quest level or whatever, right? Sometimes it doesn't even fit thematically to have it on the rooftop, right? And it would just be for style points. Whereas with the Hero Me quest, it actually really felt nice to have this whole... It generally has a lot of these themes of, you know, like going from really up high to really low, right? You're basically, before that, with Judy, you start in the mega building in clouds, right? And then you descend to Jig Street, and you basically, the journey to the basement all the way where you find Evelyn is more of a descent, right? So it's almost thematically even. And then in the end, you go up really high on the penthouse level of this mega building to it's almost like you get out from the clouds, above the clouds, and you see like how rich the people are that live at the very top, and these are the gang bosses. It feels like a nice contrast as well. KS, people power. Yeah, so yeah, you know, Machiavelli, and I think, again, as I said, it's a bit of the point of the stream, right? Things are more complicated generally than they seem, especially the simple things. Now, the other question I was being asked before we continue playing, because I don't want to make this a Cyberpunk Q&A, right? But it felt like a cool design question, was, of course, the wall running question that my dear colleague Pavel also answered on one of his streams, right? And what he mentioned is, in regards to cutting the wall running ability, that of course it would have heavily restricted our artists in making the city look as organic as it would, because wall running requires a lot of, you know, clean space that you can actually traverse on, and visually it would have impacted the city a lot. But what wasn't mentioned is something that to me is very important, is that a good wall run usually also requires quite a bit of space to execute, right? So it's not just that, you know, like you run a wall run where you just kind of touch the wall and jump down isn't as fun as being able to literally just jump on the wall and run for a bit and then fall off, right? But the distance that you then bridge would need to be really high to get a good feeling, right? You need to consider, and I can draw this. I can draw something about it. Let me bring up my dear paint background. Ooh. And then I'll go through the list of all the people who followed and subscribed and say thank you to those. Ooh, look. It's paint. So let's imagine like a side view, right? And we'll just go up. This is the floor. The floor is really thick for some reason. The gap is here, and then we have another floor, right? And you'll want to, and here we have the wall that, you know, that you want to run on. Whee, your wall running on the wall. Fucking awesome. Super cool, right? And then you wall run a bit, and then you jump off. Now, we need, as designers, we work with, well, what we call, and generally people call metrics, right? So we become aware of certain numbers that we need to follow to provide good gameplay space. In this case, our metrics would be, how much space do I need to make sure this feels good, right? So we might determine a minimum number of this area, which is, why would we need to determine this area here as well? Why is it important for a wall run? Well, because most games where you do wall runs, you don't do them when you're standing, right? You don't just stand and then jump with no forward momentum, but you need to actually get that momentum, right? Which you do usually by sprinting. So this sprinting moment and this getting new momentum moment is actually a really crucial part of your awesome wall running experience. Would you agree or not? Probably you will. I hope you will. So then also, secondly, and now we're still not even talking about the wall run itself, we need to consider this space. How much space does the player need behind this moment that needs to be clear, right? So this is an important number, and both of them are, because, you know, without this, and we wouldn't have these kind of rules where it go, okay, we need minimum 3 meters at the beginning and minimum 3 meters at the end. And if we don't have this rule, what may happen is that a environment artist or another level designer, because we don't have rule, will go, okay, let's put a crate here to give the player some cover when they run up. Or maybe I want to put like a decoration here, right? Or maybe the level just ends here, like the wall just literally is there. That's the end of the room. And what would then happen, of course, is that on both directions, right, the player may get either stuck as he's trying to do the run up, right? Or you do the wall run only to run directly into an obstacle and get stuck on it, which also doesn't quite feel nice. Wall runs are nice because they allow you this high degree of mobility, right? You jump and then you keep running, and then ideally you run somewhere and do another wall run, right? And then you keep jumping. And this flexibility is what makes you feel powerful, right? It allows you to reposition yourself, other than being useful in platforming segments and general puzzling, for example, right? But it's what makes it cool, right? The speed, the mobility. And so you see now how a wall run is not just the act of wall running itself, but also the beginning and the end is something really worth considering. And now we haven't even talked about this bit, right? The wall running, man, why am I so bad at drawing this stuff? This bit. That's maybe why we cut the wall run, because I can't draw shit. So, like, now we actually need to talk how much space do we want to dedicate to the wall running, right? To make it feel cool. Do you just want it to be like a really sharp angle? So you kind of run on the wall, you bump off and it's short. That would mean that you can only bridge like a really short distance over the gap here, right? Which isn't necessarily bad, but I think we all agree that we want our wall runs to be wider than a sprint jump, right? Like if you sprint and jumped over something, you feel that a wall run should probably allow you to jump further than that, right? So, where's my paint thing? So you know, for Cyberpunk then, or like generally these games, like Titanfall would be an extreme example. Why is my paint size? You would then kind of decide that this distance should be really long, right? So again, we're adding something. Maybe it's twice this distance, right? So you'll end up with like a huge distance that needs to be added to or like covered and free, not only on the wall, but on the ground as well, on your platforms that you jump off, for the wall run to actually just feel good and be fun, right? Now, why am I going through all of this hassle of explaining to you how much space a wall run needs? Well, let's then try to take this and apply it to Ayanosaur, first, welcome to the stream. Second, do you have a position for me? I could work in the UI team, clearly. This could be the next iteration of Cyberpunk UI. Imagine this. This is the health bar. Maybe this is the ammo counter, but it's also a bar now. It's not the number. This is my new, like, we don't have a ammo counter, but it's an ammo bar and it just depletes. Okay, but so to get back to the point, right? Thank you so much. You're being too kind. To get back to the point then, you know, if we had a wall run then that would take so much distance, right? What would that actually mean for the locations that we would make, right? Now, the very extreme example, and you know, I'm not saying that we would have done it in the same way and it would cause a problem, is if you think of a game like Titanfall 2, which I hope you've played. If not, you're missing out. It's a fucking awesome game. Who here, actually, chat interaction. Have you played Titanfall, any of the two? Or Destiny, Ayanosaur, by the way. Still the same rules. They even have triple jump. Something to be. Nah. Flexiglass. Go play it. Rayfish, you too. You're missing out. It's also really cool because Titanfall... Sorry. Excuse me. So Titanfall is a relatively short game. You know, I've finished it in one session, like 5 to 6 hours, which, you know, you can critique, but I thought it was awesome. It was like watching a really, like, Lord of the Rings extended cut. It was an awesome experience through and through. And, you know, nowadays, for me, it's hard to finish games because they are so long, so having a shorter game in between that you can just start and finish is excellent. Unreal Tournament, yeah, I mean, you know, that also applies. Think in games like Titanfall 2, Unreal Tournament, or even Doom, you know, the rebooted one, with how fast-paced the combat is. Think of how big the arenas are, and really think about how much space you actually leave behind or how much ground you cover as you finish your mission, right? Think about the size, the length, the distance you cover in a Doom level. Or in a Destiny Strike, or in a Titanfall 2 level, right? Like the whole length you go through, that's like one Night City or something, right? Which you just kind of do in one level. The implications of having a war run this size on the world is also from that perspective quite massive, right? On the exterior of the game world, we may have been able to pull it off. To make that fun, but then you have again this restriction from the art perspective, right, where suddenly all those buildings would need to have like a clearance amount where, you know, like the lower 10 meters of a building are kind of clear from obstacles, so you can always wall run, because we wouldn't want to make it instance, but sort of give the player to do it everywhere. Like with double jump, you can just double jump around, right? There's no certain double jump spots where that would restrict you towards double jumping. There's some opportunities, but you know, that's a different thing. And with a city like Night City, it gets really difficult, because you can't just make up the rule, okay, so the lowest 10 meters of a building, they can't have any ACs, any cables, any nothing right on it. And then up higher, we put the neon signs, we put the AC units and all that stuff, all this stuff that we want to see on a good Cyberpunk wall, right? Because of the verticality of the city, it's not possible, right? Think, for example, of how Kabuki district is lower than the rest of Little China from Watson, right? So that 10-meter rule is suddenly really fucked, because like the 10 meters are up here from the building, right, is on a higher ground than the 10 meters on the other ground. And then suddenly that means the 10 meters from the Kabuki building that are, or everything above the 10 meters of the Kabuki building, may be accessible from the higher ground. So now what do you do with the wall run there, right? Do you just make it feel shitty? Or do you remove the assets? And you see lots of thoughts that need to go into decisions like this. Cutting a feature like that is always difficult, right? Because there are these few moments where it works in a game that feel really, really amazing. And then you think, okay, how can we make this feeling that we have from these few instances where we tested, how can we put that everywhere in the game world? And that's often where, generally in games, not just with our game, you know, the problem comes in, like the scalability of a feature. How does it look like in different scenarios? How well does it work? How much fun can we make it? And what is the cost of making it that fun? Yeah, I think that's it. That's it. I think I answered the question about the wall run. I hope that was to your satisfaction, my friends. Let me go through the chat before we continue with the playthrough, because a lot has happened. A lot has happened, and I missed a lot, but I don't want to miss all of it. I think, Corpo, I feel like I have my roots on the art end, so I feel like I have a relatively artistic approach to my designs. To answer the question whether I consider myself a pure designer or also artist vibes within you. So more or less the latter. Everything Miles touches is art. I mean, look at it. Well, poorly designed UI would actually be very cyberpunk. Ionosaur, that's let's not consider it poorly designed. We don't do poorly designed UI. If you free translate it to English, it would be eggs bacon. What is eggs bacon? Eierspeck. Yeah, of course. Of course. Okay. Oh, only heard Titanfall 2 servers got hacked or something. Well, who didn't get hacked these days? I mean, you know, welcome to the club. All right. Sorry, I'm glad they didn't. What? Yeah, but you know, Mirror's Edge mechanics, that would have been insane amounts of extra work. And this is supposed to be an RPG about the story and everything, not a parkour game first, right? And you need to kind of put your priorities. Because having a game that does everything is not only, like literally everything is not only insane, it's also a lot of work. And also, I'm not sure it would be good. You know, I think we're still at a point in time where like imagine having a movie that is all genres, right? And tries to cover everything that is out there. It probably wouldn't be the best movie. Feel free to prove me otherwise. I'm open. Okay. All right, let me scroll down. Eierspeck, I think you're onto something. Batman and Spider-Man. I mean, Spider-Man's, you know, webs are kind of like grappling hooks. So, but he also does wall running. Interesting. All right. Can you demonstrate wall running in real life? There was a time where I could, but not anymore, I think. When I was like in my teens. I think, but not much. Like 2 steps, 3 steps maybe. Okay. All right. Cool. So thank you, Outsider, again for gifting yet another sub. You're very generous, and I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Sure, hi. Thank you for following. Please tell me how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry. De Vega, thank you for the subscription. Really, really appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. Kashmir Plays, thank you for following. Fulgoro Fighter. Fulgoro Fighter? Thanks for the follow as well. And Spark, I already said so. All right, fucking awesome. We're done. Let's continue playing video games. Cool. We managed to cover like 1 room in this game. Fucking awesome. Wait, my controller turned itself off. All right, let's play. Recording on. What time is it? Oh, we're already like 1 hour in. That was fun. Oh no! Oh, those were some really good questions, guys. That was fun to answer. And it's interesting how basically here these tablecloths are now used as regular tablecloths, which helps to not make it feel too gamey, right? They're not just the instance to use for signposting or telegraphing, but they're there because they're part of the world, but they coincidentally also have a purpose from design. Okay, so I need to get potions. Man, I'm not sure if breaking this is more fun because they repair or if it's less fun. Oh, see, here we see the shader that they have that I mentioned the other day. In Opiate, do you make all of these? What is these? See, like when we were talking about the wall down there. So they have it, but again, you know, seeing the entire level like this, you know, imagine this being the bottom wall, isn't necessarily fun, right? Oh, no, not the... No, I only worked on a handful of games, and this one isn't one of these. But you know, as a level designer or a game designer in general, it's of course always fun to take a look at what other people are making, you know, and try to understand their design intents and to celebrate what they've been doing. Shit, which button is it? Mythis, thank you for the subscription, and also welcome to the stream, man. Oh, fuck. Oh, oh, I can get on these. All right, I can do it. I can do it. That was a happy little accident. Harok, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? This colors seem very chromatic. Oh, get the fuck out. No. Oh, I thought I could shoot it from up here. Oh, this is where perspective really is a bit weird, isn't it? Okay, so I'm jump on the table. Oh, that was so close. Oh, I need to kill all the wisps. Huh. Duckheads, thank you for the subscription. Really appreciate it, man. Hope you're having a great night, day, wherever you are, whatever time it is. Hey, you know what? I was just talking about how they also are nice tablecloths and they're part of the world, right? And that's to make it less gamey. But really, they're also here to signpost the whole, you know, sort of, or to telegraph. They're interchangeable, I think. the whole flow here, right? So they put attention on the tables, which these vases didn't really struck me as something odd, other than the one below, because it has a different color than all the others. And yeah, it's again, look, notice, and I wonder if this is a repeating pattern. Notice how the motion that you have to move through this sort of level to get the puzzle done is again circular, right? It's sort of like the spiral motion, much like in the puzzle room before. Now it's just much bigger of a spiral shape. Whoops, exactly. Let me do this. It's nice. It's definitely a nice way to create some intuitive feeling puzzles, as I mentioned. All right, let's progress. Sunquad, absolutely. You know, you can come up with your own little very simple mechanics, right? Even if it's just jumping and walking around, like here, you know. You don't need to go crazy with it. You don't need to have like a revolutionary game idea in order to start making stuff. Or, as you did, just use the mechanics of another game as a foundation. Imagine what a level could look like following this mechanics that you made your own. Absolutely, that's a valid way of doing things. What? Ah, of course. It's like, is it like steel spider web? Again, notice how they're using the floor tile, these things to you know, telegraph the passage. Okay. Man, I feel so smart. In your opinion, if a game doesn't have jumping as a mechanic, is that necessarily limiting for the player? It depends on the game. This one doesn't have jumping, and I feel it's fine. Bloodborne, I mean, let's be honest, From Software games might as well not have jumping, the way it feels. But, except for Sekiro, I suppose. But it's okay, it's fine. It's certainly a limit if you feel like you need to be able to jump, but as long as the game is made in such a way that players don't miss it or don't expect it, I don't think it's a bad thing. Can I... What? Ah. Oh yeah, that's definitely something to be aware of when making puzzles like this, is that there seems to be a tendency, at least that I observe from myself, that when you light a fire like this, you want to go to where that fire is, or like that's where you go next to figure out where the next steps are, right? Wait, oh, this is where I can plant these seeds. Awesome. That's the health item green. Right. This is a bit more difficult. You know, it's like the difficulty has been increased a bit because you can't see the target from the position that you're shooting at from, right? So it's a bit less obvious. It requires a bit more walking around, thinking, and trying to put the pieces together. But it still works. It's an interesting way for a game like this to increase difficulty. Holy shit! What the fuck just happened? Duckheads! Thank you so much for gifting all those subs! Wow! That's fucking cool. Also, Harok, thank you. Oh no, you got gifted. Oh, right. So, Chained Dog, Kafkara. Kafkarapu? Kafkarapu. Nosferatu. Plot C, Cyberpunk TE. Oh, welcome, by the way. And Harok, enjoy your subs. Use the awesome emotes that you can use now that have been made by the amazing Kelly Kuhn, of course. I really love them. I hope so do you. They're really fun to use. For all of you who are not willing to subscribe, don't worry, you don't need to. Small hint. I made the channel point ability for unlocking one specific emoji for the duration of this stream. I think it lasts for 24 hours. Really, really cheap. So if you want to use these emojis as well and participate, right, feel free to use that and unlock some and then, you know, go to town. But I would really appreciate at least if you left a follow, because it does help me. And it makes me feel relevant when I talk about video games. And it makes me feel like people are interested. Okay. Hey man, just here to say thank you for work on Siren. Just awesome what you did. Thank you so much. Thank you, CIA Sure? Ciasher? Ciasher 2K. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you dropping by, leaving some of these nice and friendly words. I really, really do. Glad you enjoyed the game, by the way. Can I burn the portrait? Nope. Tragedy. Names are nothing. I love the attitude. Haha, look at me. I solved the puzzle. So yeah, they definitely increased the difficulty of the puzzle here simply by putting the distances between these objects further away, so it's not as obvious as it was before. But it feels, you know, nice and easy, like a nice progression in difficulty, because of course before that you've been solving puzzles with a similar mechanic, so you're already kind of mentally primed into what it is the game wants from you. Oh, this is a mini boss room, isn't it? Oh fuck, it's I don't know what you are. All right. Wow, this is so cool. You're a mask, but you're also a mask. Will you do something? Wait, is that really? Look at that. Oh shit. That's really cool. Dude, you're scary but also fascinating. Okay, what's the deal here? Oh, okay. What the fuck? Oh, okay. Ooh, the tongue. Of course, the tongue is his weak. Of course, it had to be the tongue. No! The fake healing item! Look at that. Even it is ashamed that it's not a healing item, judging by the face it makes. I'm really confused by this. Like, the design is awesome. I wonder who had to voice that. Get fucked. Can we do it? Ooh, can we? Ooh, you can do that? Ha! 0 hits? Haha! Too easy. You know, you should never trust the boss who spends amazing amounts of resources on their design. 'Cause then there's no resources left to make the boss difficult, is there? Changing to Night City now. Wish you a nice stream. Thank you, dude, and have fun. Have fun. Hope you enjoy. Mask, but also a mask, yeah. It's funny because it's true. How many bits for us to watch the Elden Ring trailer on stream? Didn't we already watch the Elden Ring trailer on stream? I don't remember. Ah, yes, yes. His weakness was that he wasn't invincible. You know that you need to be invincible to face me in combat, otherwise you have no chance. Free soul. Oh yeah, okay. Appears we've been abandoned here. I don't think anyone is coming to open the door. Well, good thing you have a door specialist here. I gotcha, bro. I'm a bit of a connoisseur of doors myself. Yeah, the art is fantastic, Duckhead. It's amazing. Uranium Bullet, hello, welcome. Didn't see you drop by. Very nice to see you. Wait. You weren't here before. Alright, you do. You're alright. The Witch of Urns. It's quaint. I love the ideas. It's the fucking Witch of Urns. Who comes up with this shit? It's so cool. She looks like a slightly more pretty version of the Spirited Away grandma. Was it Spirited Away? I forgot. Shit, I keep forgetting. No, it's also I mean like the old version of Howl's. No, but that's not the one that I was talking about. Yeah. Hello, dear. Quite unexpected to see a crow around this place. Does this mean the deal is off? Oh, she was whispering that. That's why it was small. Okay. What brings an adorable fellow like you into my little house? Oh, I want to break your vases, but your urns, but they're... I thought they wouldn't put each other together again. I was about to say, can I talk to you? No, I'm sorry, Grandma. I didn't mean to hit you. Oh, that was interesting. I just wanted to talk. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know why I hit people. This door looks rather out of place, as if it were from another world. Well, yeah, because it is. It actually looks a little like you, big face. Though perhaps a trifle more imposing. Okay, yeah. Is that it? Oh, I have the key now. But wasn't there also... Ooh, there's more. Oh, yeah. But there's also a door over there. Poor Oma. This door requires a key to open. Well, okay. I would have liked if this door may have had a slightly different color then, or like the glowy key bit, so I would know, it's not the same key, but I need to get the green key, for example. That would have been cool. Very subtle, but... Ooh! Ayashbek. Thank you so much for looking out for all of us. Everyone, posture check has been initiated. Sit up straight. Ooh, it's good. It's good. Ooh, it feels so different. It feels so right. How many CDPR employees are into anime? Because given that a lot, including myself. Clearly, this guy isn't into anime. No, a lot of anime fans. Not all of them, of course, but still. Still quite a few. Uh-huh. Again! Why is it so jittery now? Let me minimize out of it and then get back into it. Ah. Weird. I wonder where that comes from. We had these micro stars last stream as well. Oh. Wait, that might be it. No, that didn't make any change. Wow. Well, okay. Probably I should switch it to full screen, but then I can draw on it. Okay, wow. Alright, wait, this animation looks smooth. Either way, look again! The telegraphing tablecloth! What does it want me to do this time? Oh, it's again, it must be one of these puzzles. Man, Naruto, I'm in the process of actually rewatching it all. This was like I was reading the manga, which kind of, ooh, oh fuck, which followed me all the way through my teens, right? Like it's this thing where I never got into One Piece, but you know, like a manga like this, you read over like more than a decade. I don't know. It was a long time that was running, right? So it was really, really bizarre. Really cool experience. And now I'm rewatching it even. Oh shit. Ayashbek, which ones are you into then? Oh, this is cool. Must be something about this room that makes the game stutter. So you're One Piece kinda person? Not that they're mutually exclusive, to be honest. why I'm portraying it like that, I don't know. Neon Genesis is also fucking good. Though you need to be in a, you know, in a special mood for anime like that, I think. What's that? Can I walk to it? Ooh, nice. No, I can walk to it, but I fucked it up. Dozen Toast, hey brother! Hope you're doing well. Alright, let me kinda... How's life? I got whatever that was. Can I just walk through this? No. Oh, but I need to go here. You know, this might be reading too much into it, but I kinda like with this thing, you know, like it has this drop off, which helps a bit. It's not a big thing, but it's subtle. It's subtle. It helps. It helps. It might not be intentional, but I find it's a nice touch. Okay. Man. Okay, I swear to God, if I get into the next room and the microstutters disappear, then I'm totally blaming it on the size of this room and the amount of elements in it. Ah. Oh. Well, in the lower corner here, the microstars are gone. And as we go and see more elements, is this just badly optimized? I don't know. Doesn't feel like the frame rate is low, but just sort of... Oh well. Oh! That's what I get. That's what I get. Okay, look. Yeah, maybe because of me being not in full screen. Or actually, maybe I can turn off. It's not tearing, is it? No, now we have microstars and tearing. Oh. Look, it's this. It's the telegraphing tablecloth again. The TTC. Mm-hmm. And this is really soothing to play. Dozen Toast, this is a game for you, for sure. My brother is also a big Zelda fan. We have that in common. Yeah, it's awesome. You should play it. See, I'm following the tablecloth. That's what the game wants me to do. Ooh, Attack on Titan I never finished. It was awesome though at the beginning. I just too many things. I just kind of stopped following it. Okay. This is just... Ah, nice. So it gets me to the next tier. What's the point of that? Is that for the progression after the key? Oh yeah, it is. Right. Okay, so I need to grab the key first. I like the whispers, the ambient whispers here. I'm a bird. Look, I'm literally a bird sitting on the sill. Craw, craw. That's what birds do. What? Push lever? Ooh, shortcut ladder. Nice, thank you. Appreciate it. Let's heal. Yes. I like a good heal. Ooh, boss room. Oh, it's you again. Ah. Oh, I was about to say, your strength wasn't enough to defeat me the first time. Why would it be different now? Ah, shit. Your minions hit me. No! Wait, new moves. No, what? Okay. I like the daggers. I don't know. Do they keep infinitely spawning? Ooh. They don't do the whole poise, stagger, the daggers that do not stagger. Oh shit. No! Oh, you almost hit me. Easy. Yeah, get fucked. GG. Look at the mess I made. Grandma's gonna hate me for it. Ah, be freed, soul. Duckheads, yes, what are you teaching? Berserk is hard to start as well. Ooh! Hazanos, yes, indeed. How time passes. Welcome to the stream. How was your stream today? And again, thank you so much. I really appreciate the constant rates, but also the subscriptions. Wow, is the grandma back? Is the grandma gonna be back? What? Oh, there she is. Yes, I'm sorry. My beautiful urns shattered. I mean, I must apologize for the state of the house, dearie. I wasn't expecting guests. Well, neither was I expecting to be here. Can I do plunging attack? I don't want a plunge attack. Grandma, I don't want to hurt you. Can I talk? Can we talk? Why are you so creepy? Why did the music become creepy? It's been really good so far. Thank you, Hazanos. We did some amazingly long talk on a single puzzle. Which took half an hour. People were over the fucking moon. I'm gonna drop attack the grandma. No, I'm not gonna drop attack the dam. No, no. Grandma, we're not gonna attack you. I know you will turn hostile. You have the evil boss music already going on for yourself, but I don't need to provoke you. Are you still there? She's gone. Kit Kat Kate, this one went out to you. Thank you. You helped me be a better person. Oh, goodness. Look at the door. The voids are starting to glow. Yeah. Was that down to you then? Something you found during your exploration? Of course it was. Go on then. Onward to the other wings. Perhaps you'll find even more. Question mark? I mean, all fresh. Yeah, I'm gonna fight my grandma smacking tendencies and urges, which I didn't know I had, but here I am, clearly, clearly a danger to society. All right. Ah, you thought you could attack me? Not on my watch. Healing. We learn a lot about not only level design and game design, but also about what kind of person I am. I'm not sure I'm okay with that. I'm learning a lot about myself here. That whole grandma thing is new. I keep forgetting which button to press to shoot these arrows. Man, the reflections on the ground make this really satisfying. I'm curious why this was so quick, though. Like, I'm already at the key. The others felt like I needed to do a bit more for them. Ooh. My dear brother, please refrain from using your native language in this mind chat, for it makes others not able to join into your conversation if there was an opportunity. Ooh, bathtub. What's this room for? I mean, I know what a bathroom is for, but like, I can go up the ladder and then I can go. What? What the fuck? And there's a... Oh. Is this a bug or intentional? Look, there's reflections. Ah, I solved it. What? I'm smart. Wait, what? Oh, this is awesome. Fuck, that was cool. That was really cool. How did they do that? Well, fuck. I genuinely thought you know, like there was nothing there, and like I love this. That was really nice. You know, this is what I mean with interesting, like sort of fun puzzle design, right? Like I totally solved this, and I mean probably there is probably some balancing act that I could have struck with as a designer here, but I solved this without ever knowing that there was a puzzle until I was already in the middle of it, right? Because literally what I did, I ran into this room like, oh, I'm very confused, but there's a ladder. Ladders, I climb ladders. Okay, so I'll just climb the ladder. And I wanted to literally prove the point, like, or like show you that I don't know what this is for, there's nothing. And by doing that, which I suppose is a very normal reaction upon seeing a ladder like this, walking up here, I break the lantern by falling down, the vase that was located here. And that's the moment, it's almost like the hook, right, that catches me and moves me into this puzzle, because that made me so confused that I started looking around, and that's when I noticed the reflections being different. Really cool, really cool. It's literally, I stumbled into this exploration, and it made me feel much more like I actually discovered something cool because I explored, right? As opposed to having the game, you know, take my hand and literally pointing at the wall and go, hey, there's it. Like, this puzzle would have not felt as cool if the elements had just been visible, right? Imagine the reflections and the room were identical. So there was the door on the wall, right? But there was also the vases standing around. It would have been much more boring. So just by doing this little twist here, it turned out into a much more fun experience. I really, really think this is cleverly done. Now, as to how this was done. Yeah, so... Wait, let me confirm this. I'm thinking... how do I... No. I'm not sure if every object here other than the player is a real-time reflection. The reflections of the environment may very well be baked in. No, but it broke even. Fuck it, I take it back. I wanted to say that, you know, so they may have just had the assets in, then rendered the reflections, and then removed the, or turned the assets invisible, which would have been really easy to do, I suppose. But the reality is that if that had been the case, then the reflections couldn't change, right? But yet the vase disappeared, the door opened and changed in the reflection, so some other trickery is going on here. It may very well be a second room underneath it. I wonder. This would be a nice thing to ask. Oh, it's the bedroom! Why is there blood, by the way? And it's another room. What the fuck is this? Huh? No, okay, this is different. Oh, nice, Rayfish. Yeah, absolutely. That might be how it's done. Good point. It might just not be showed in this. Maybe, is this a Unity game? Can someone figure out? What's the engine this was made in? One. What's the point of this? What's the point of this? I don't know yet. Oh. No, I don't know. Like, can I shoot through this? Can't, right? Oh, I need to go on the bed. Of course. Oh, there's a fourth one here. It is Unity. Alright, the head. Thank you. Ah, it's up there. Ah, right, that's why I need to get up there. Okay, sure. Ah, man. Wrong button. So yeah, that makes sense then. Guys, see? So we solved the mystery together. So they just set the object not to be rendered on that one camera. Pretty cool. But I suppose there must have been done something then that you can see the destroyed pieces, right? Points for everyone. No, it would actually. Good point though. Fuck, who was the first one who pointed out the Unity camera stuff again? Wasn't it Rayfish? Yeah, Rayfish. Yeah. Right. Right. Give 1 point to Rayfish. Good call, buddy. Oh, fuck! What the fuck happened? That was so dumb. Wait, how did I continue from here? That was for grandma. Point taken. Yeah, you know, Irishbeck, I need you to work harder. Fucking karma, isn't it? Wait, this was the bedroom, right? I progressed into this room. And I got killed by these guys. I literally did the same thing again that killed me just now. Oh my god, what is wrong with me? There's clearly something broken with me deep down. First hitting the grandma, now this. I question reality. Oops. Oh, so that was it then. You know what? Nah, I'm not gonna do it. I like how we suddenly get, you know, interesting visual thing. I'm not sure how much this relates to the sort of design of this place, but we're increasingly getting into shittier looking rooms, right? Oh, fuck you, Spark. All right, hang on a sec. I need to go weep, cry, and to the toilet. Give me a minute. I'll be right back, and then we'll do the hard mode that Spark has just asked to enable. I'll never come back. Be right back in a. Hands washed. Hazelnuts. Always. Especially these times. Alright, consume! Let's heal. Yeah, Miko is amazing. We should get some Miko emojis. Alright, okay, so Spark. I hate you, but I also love you. Spark, thank you for the hard mode. I'm not allowed to say the word I for the next 5 minutes. This will be really difficult, I think. 5 minutes of not saying the word I. If I do, I will gift a sub. There we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's do it! Miles shall now speak of himself in third person. This is gonna be so difficult. Okay. Ooh. So, let us go into the next room. Oh no, it is a boss fight room. Miles, this will be quite challenging, won't it? Will it be Mask Guy again? Our arch nemesis? It is. Oh no. He brought the guys from Ocarina of Time. The spirits from the forest temple. Man, I defeated you as a kid. That was fast! That was fast. Fuck, that didn't take very long. Wow, let's continue this. I'll make a mark. There will only be one sub gifted. I'll get poor otherwise, but I'll continue it now, just for the fun of it. Okay. That was after 3, so there's still 3 minutes, 40 seconds left. Wow. Miles sucks at this. Clearly, there's a guy with a high need to talk about himself. Then again, he is streaming. So, as Miles was saying, he defeated these as a kid. So now, as an adult, of course, it should be even easier. Try again. One thing I find worth noting, though... Fuck. Messed it up again. Wow, it's really hard. One thing Miles finds worth noting, though, is the fact that they're scaling... The designers here are scaling the difficulty not by making this enemy more difficult, but rather by adding to the encounter, which oh, motherfucker, why is it so hard? Can't do it. Someone please keep count. So, Miles finds that very interesting, simply because it is a different way of scaling the difficulty of an encounter, right? The intuitive thing to do would be to add more HP, more damage and all that stuff. But personally, looking at this is a much more fun way, I think, to do the same encounter 3 times with a slight spin to it. And I will say that production-wise, so meaning from the resources and time that you have, it is also a really cheap way of doing it, right? Because you don't need to add new enemies. You don't need to, change the mechanics and add new ones. But you literally just take what you've already made and throw it together. And it creates a whole new mix of encounters, of enemies. And through that, ooh, a different and fun experience. This is the first time that this guy hit Miles. Clearly, Miles is not the only one improving and evolving. I'm actually looking like... Fuck, I messed it up. Twice. Shit. This is especially hard in an encounter like this. Ooh, there we go. Get fucked. No, I don't want to... Me! Miles can't die to these! Me cannot die! Me cannot die! How about broken English? Yes! Ugh! Poster check. Holy shit, guys. Miles, yesterday I went to drink with a few friends. That's very nice. I hope you enjoyed your time. How many times did I fuck it up? Straighten those bags, everyone. Yeah. How many times did I fuck those up? Yeah, but that was already past the time, Spark. 5, I think. Fucking hell. 5? 5? Freaking 5 times?
Not regards.
Come on, other people. Okay. Fucking 5 times. That's just dumb. I need to get good. I need to get better. Okay. Can't keep doing this. I'll bankrupt myself before the end of the day. Enjoy your free subs. You sons of bitches. I hope this is not like I hope this is allowed, by the way. I don't know if like buying your own subs is allowed. I guess why would Twitch be upset about it, right? They're getting a bigger cut from it. Toastpod! Welcome. Congrats. Enjoy the sub. Geosim, Syrie, Xeno, and yeah, Toastbot. Yeah, Toastbot enjoys the content. Big fan of punting people, so there you go. Yeah, exactly, Spark. That's my line of thought. Ah! Duckheads! Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh man, that is so generous. You already gifted so many subs before. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Really, really appreciate it. So I hope you will too, Dexters, Matt Val, Phoenix, Vogon, and Mangy Carl. Thank you for sticking around and watching. I hope you'll all enjoy this. Fucking hell, Duckheads. Thank you so much. I freed your soul. This is Duckbird. I'm starting to question the authority of a Lord of Doors. No, don't. Don't question the authority of the Lord of Doors. It will only bring pain and agony, which is similar. Although it might be a bit late given that I'm deceased. Yeah. Oh no. Since Sunquad kind of mentioned next Saturday, I feel obligated to mention to everyone who's only tuned in now, right, who may have missed it at the beginning. We're doing our next Valheim stream on Saturday. So Valheim we're playing as part of our secret level community challenge unlock streams. This is a special stream where I have gotten 2 of my colleagues to play together with me, Valheim, and we're building an awesome Viking village, pretending like it's a village we're building for a game, and we're going through all the theoretical knowledge and approaches we're doing. Sorry, Grandma! Oh no, Grandma's angry. You're not the cause of all this ruckus, are you? I mean... So yeah, Saturday at 3 p.m. CEST we will continue. Now, for those few of you who may be watching from the US, or maybe you're watching the VOD right now because you're different time zone, and you're wondering, oh no, it's a bad time for me. 3 p.m. is really, really early. Well, we've decided to do something a bit special because we haven't done a stream in a while, but we also want to finish this secret level set of streams, right? So we can open it up to a new challenge that you can unlock. We're actually doing it open end. We'll start at 3 CEST and then we'll just go as long as we like. So yeah, well, I hope we'll get a lot done. Mark and I already gathered a shit ton of wood for the village, so we'll be able to build a lot and it will be really cool. I think we'll have lots of fun. Who knows, maybe we'll crack open some beers later down the road and then we'll have Tipsy Miles talking about design. Yay! Yeah, so Valheim stream on Saturday. Okay, Grandma. Wow, look at her eyes now. Oh no, Grandma is upset. I will not be very hospitable to any beast who would mistreat my children. Oh god, she's insane. She's not the crazy cat lady, but she's the crazy urn lady. Tread lighty, Reaper. Oh, her eyes turned into lovely grandma eyes again. Did you see that? I did that. Yes, yes, Grandma. You can't do anything. Oh, look at her now. She's suspicious of me. She thinks Reaper is sus. She doesn't trust me. That's a great grandma design. Alright, Kit Kat Kate, thank you. Thanks to your support, I resisted the urges. And I didn't kill the grandma. There you go. Something tells me that I will have to come around and kill her at some point, though. Oh, what? Shall we dance? A large talking pot? Don't mind if I do. Wait, you're a boss! It was a trap! It was a trap all along! He didn't actually want to dance with me. I feel so betrayed. I thought this was about dancing. I wanted to have a good time. No one should be messed with dance. Dance should never be a negative thing. God damn it. Ugh. Rejection. Indeed. Dude, I just got killed while dancing. This mansion is dark and full of strange creatures. Please stay vigilant. He always has a different voice. This is because his voice has been stewing in the pot. And like a good stew, it changes over time. I haven't made a new companion in a great many years, so I do hope we survive our first adventure together. Yeah, well. About the surviving part. Alright, I want to go dance. I want to go dance. Let's dance. I don't need to go up here, right? Yeah. God damn it. That was just a fucking Alright, no, it's you again. Alright. Yeah, I see the orb up there. Ooh, is this hidden passage? It's not so hidden if it's literally here, right? Oh no! Oh, it's shortcut! Awesome! I love it. Wait, so they actually needed to kind of connect these levels in 3D space as well to make logical sense. Because so far I just thought they just kind of put these things out there somewhat, right? Like, there's a room and then you go up the staircase and it doesn't need to be actually logically connected. But thanks to these elevators, it kind of actually does. Or do it? Nope, it doesn't. There's a short break in between. You see this? Like, boom. And that is a break, which basically enables the designers to do anything. They can get away with anything. It doesn't need to be logically connected. They tricked me. They almost tricked me. Like this dude. Literally unplayable. Alright, let's dance. Yeah. Oh my! Aha, staircase are your weakness. I figured. Oh, nice music though. Oh fuck. But you're... Dude, give me a chance. Alright. Okay, you gave me a chance and I fucked it up. Okay, dodge sideways. Then he'll keep doing this. And then I roll, and I hit, and I go away. Dodge sideways. There you go. Dodge into the way, because that's the best thing to do. You want to be right in the way of your enemy, so they have a chance as well. You know, you need to make them feel like it's not an unfair fight, so that next time when you go and kill them, they won't expect it. That's how you do it, you know. It's the same thing for Dark Souls or Bloodborne, really. You need to make the boss feel safe. It's also considered bad manners if you first try something without taking damage. That's why the mask guy kept popping up. He was really upset. It's like an insult to his family. Dodge sideways. Ooh, let him do his thing. Let him dance. Hit, hit, hit. Safety dance. You now have the song playing in your head. You're welcome. Hit, hit. Safety dance? Shit. But the safety dance without the safety? Ooh! Yeah, you thought you could, huh? It's a waltz. Get fucked. Huh, how about that for a dance? Haha! Dance for me, dance. Oh, wow, that's also a good song, man. Is this all optional? That's pretty cool. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Sounds like Miko. She's hungry. What? Oh no! Oh, that didn't kill me, thankfully. Looks like he saved the dance last dance for her. Wow, you guys are really good with those one-liners. It's like you're all coming out of a shitty action movie. Was that it? No. Ah. He tricked me into killing myself. Happens. Buff time! Thank you for the follow. Alright. I mean, you know, there's not much design-wise to talk about here. Ooh, I almost got tricked again. My arrows aren't particularly powerful, are they? Ooh, that was a mistake. Cardinal sin of Souls games. Don't dodge into the attack. Ooh, shit. Wait, it's a collar. An old engagement ring! Now you just need to find someone who would want to marry you. Easy! That's the easy bit. Now that I have the engagement ring, the second thing comes, it's almost second nature. I'll do a poll. Alright, wait, why is there weird chemicals here all of a sudden? Oh, it's taking a bit of a dark turn here. I'm thinking it's Grandma's engagement ring, yeah. Why would she store that up here? It doesn't seem like a place that's good for Grandma's to reach. Alright, I almost forgot about the orb over there that my friend Harok mentioned earlier. Why is everyone laughing? What? Why? You don't believe that it's easy for me to get married? Ah, shit. Rayfish, I forgive you. It seems like a good point. Oh, they have descriptions probably, right? Yeah, fucking cool, of course. Alright. This ring belonged to the Urn Witch. Question answer. A gift from her late husband. It dates from a time long before you were even an egg. Aww. It seems she may have had to remove it because of her constantly swelling body. Such are the risks of living beyond your years. Oh, wow. I'm not sure how to feel about that. It's a bit sad, but also, yeah. You know, you try to live infinitely. Wait, this is really confusing. I feel like if I drop down here, I must be able, but I'm not. Then what is happening here? What's happening here? I thought I was smart. Wait, honestly, I have no clue. What the shit? Feels like I should be able to drop on top of it. But the perspective. Do I need to... Eh? What is the worst minigame in a video game, and why is it Oblivion lockpicking mechanic? Dude, it's really high up there. Though back then when I was playing it, I actually quite enjoyed it. Even though now in hindsight, it caused me more frustration than joy, I think. Guys, what do you think are terrible minigames? Don't say the hacking minigame in Cyberpunk, please. My feelings. A waterbed bouncier. Use spring water. Oh my god, Kit Kat Kate. Joke hits me critical. I have no clue how to get that. Wait. Alright, okay. I should give myself more credit. Of course I do the obvious thing last, like, but I feel the arrow should also be able to do the trick. Creeper slasher, you got a point. I think that mechanic is worse. And you know, when I played the game, which I haven't played for too much, it actually turns out the lockpicking mechanic is way easier on a controller. No, on keyboard with mouse. One of these. It's like, I don't remember which one I was playing with, but it was the opposite. So I need to switch to the other peripherals to do the lockpicking mechanic, which was easier at that, and then, you know, switch to this. Really, you know, like, I'm cracking up this fucking chandelier. Okay. Alright. Cool, we got it. Oh, it's dark and creepy all of a sudden. Ooh, but I like that I can make it bright and nice, I suppose. Oh, there's a pipe there. Ah. Now let's kill all of these dudes. Because there's no stamina in this game. You can just go around and fuck everyone. Who cares? Who gives a shit? Alright, I should give more shits, really. Booyah. I like having these incentives of, you know, like, lighting up the room feels really rewarding. At least to me. Having this direct feedback of you doing something. It's very simple, but I like these kind of games. Things in games. Oops. Oh no! Wait! This is not what I agreed on. No! Ah, oh, motherfucker. Defeated by these? Yes. Spark, I will activate it usually in games where there's something that could possibly be named. And then, yeah, you can use it in games such as Valheim. I remember... that was the shortcut. Someone used it to name the village. Yeah, I did get too greedy. That's my weakness. That's my weakness in all of these games. When I die in Dark Souls or whatever, it's usually because I get too greedy. Like, one more strike. I can sneak one more attack in. Nope. Nope. Oh, at least the fire stays on. But the enemies respawn. Oh, man. Wow, well, they don't get staggered. So I just kind of either have to kill them really fast or be more careful. Yeah, that's how it's done. That's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, shit. That was just sheer luck. But you know what they say? I don't know what they say. Luck's become my habit. Oh! Wait, why weren't you attacking before? That was even creepier than... Oh my god, you're just stuck? Is that the reason you're stuck? No, you're not stuck. Okay. You look stuck. You looked stuck. What's the story behind that profile picture? I can't see it right now. Which one is it? Is it the selfie? I need to check. What's my profile picture? What's my profile picture? Yeah, that's just my selfie. I dyed my hair. I was happy with the color of my hair, similar to what it is now. And then I took a selfie. which I rarely do. Literally, there's very few selfies of me out there. This one is one of them. And then, you know, when I learned about profile pictures, which was only very recently, I didn't know profile pictures was a thing. People told me, usually it's a good thing to kind of portray yourself on a profile picture, because, you know, it's the picture of your profile. I put a picture of myself. It's really good. A Kleenex stands. Oh man, Mirosi, I'm not sure how to feel about that. Okay, so there's 2 ladders now. That's fascinating. I guess it's my soul leaving my body. It's hilarious. But do you get like this nice transition from your natural hair color to red to gray then? Is it like a triple triple hairstyle? Ah, nice. Health. I'm not sure this is all... Oh, this is a grandma boss fight. Or is it? Yeah, because I have a ring now. Why did the door close? How can we get back? I don't know, man. You just died. Yeah, it does look like a boss room. But that's the boss room, no? Grandma? What's with these? No, no boss fight. Oh. Well now, little crow. You have well and truly outstayed your welcome. First, you lead my daft grandson astray, filling that head of his with nonsense ideas about curses. And then you come in here and smash up all my beautiful urns. I'm just trying to help people. If you set foot in my basement, there will be consequences. I might even have words with your employer. Sure. Although I'd rather not see that old weirdo again. I mean, a lock for a head? So strange. Well, you're talking. Off with you, little crow! Okay, okay. Kit Kat Kate, it's getting really difficult. It's getting really difficult. Yeah, Grandma wants to speak to the manager. Exactly. I mean, she also had the pose and everything. Okay. Ooh, I can plant a seed here. Okay. Well, I suppose all that is left is to go into her basement. And you're her grandson? Are you for real the grandson? Or are you someone who's been cursed and she thinks you're the grandson because she's a bit insane or senile? All of the voids are... Okay, you know, no need to bring out the nukes. Sorry. All the voids are aglow with unearthly light. Is it unlocked? If only I had more complete understanding of doors. Before you proceed, Beakface, I have a confession to make. Are you the grandson? Alright. Okay, you tricked me. Et tu, Brute. The old witch of this house, she is my grandmother. She cursed me with this ceramic cranium in a misguided effort to make me immortal. You see, she was stricken with grief when my grandfather passed and made it her mission to keep our whole family alive. Forever. Her research led her to believe that replacing one's head with an urn would somehow strike you from death's ledger. What the fuck is that? Where did that leap come from? However, I resisted, and during the struggle, her spell must have gone awry. For as you can see, I have a pot for a head. I fear she has gone too far beyond her years, and her soul has swollen and grown corrupted. I have seen it happen in this land many times. As a reaper, I implore you to end her suffering and bring her soul into the next life. Perhaps she can find peace once again. Yeah. Alright. Oh shit, Mirosi. It's actually, it sounds like a great name for a game studio. But it's also a game already, so. Which I haven't tried yet. I always wanted to try Satisfactory. Be wary, Living Reaper. Oh, wait. Let me go get stronger first. Let's use all them resources. Gosh. But is Factorio the 3D one? I was talking about the 3D one. The one that, you know, kind of looks like No Man's Sky. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Where did I go to go stronger again? This dude, right? Yo, boss! There might be a complaint coming in. But can you play Satisfactory as a... no, Factorio as a group? To create something like a Valheim village? I don't know. I'm just gonna go full damage. Damage is the only way. I tried Subnautica and I tried the new one. Oh, this is where I came from, yeah. And I will be honest, I couldn't quite get into it. Oops, the wrong door. I played it for a bit, and I truly didn't get to the building part, but getting to that was taking way too long, and I kind of lost interest before that. I don't know, maybe I should give it another chance. But it looked very pretty. And it was scary as fuck as well. Wait a minute. But that's not the basement. What the fuck? Oh, that's a cool mechanic for a lock. Oh, come on! I'm not okay with this. Avarice? What is happening? I have no idea what's going on, but I'll deal with it. I need to focus. Oh shit, where the fuck? Oh my god, I ran right into that. Dude, can I do something about these other than... Do I dodge these? I dodge these, okay. Ah, and then I blow... Okay, arrows. Gotcha. Nope, nope. Oh, fuck, man. That was bad timing. Oh, things are getting... Oh, it's you again. Wait, but the enemy amount is finite per wave, so I should be okay with clearing these out. Playing it safe. Could you please crowd up less? Oh no! Oh, that was close. I'm here to analyze levels. Give me something to analyze. Turn around. Turn around. Oh, I almost got to agree with that one. So it's done. Fuck you. Chest. That's definitely a more interesting way of doing these mimics. That was the word. Replacement part. Thank you for following. That was a fine display of skill. I feel like I like this game because it allows me to redeem myself from all the previous times where I play games where I just fucked up. I do play video games, guys. Trust me, believe me. GG. A gift to a fellow crow to aid you on your quest. Nice. Oh, you gifted me wind. Fucking awesome. I will say Subnautica is also fucking scary. It's terrifying. Flame spell acquire privilege. What? I can do flame spell. Fucking awesome. Alright. This is the best. Yes! I get it. Ooh, so cool. Where the fuck am I? Can I burn? No. Well. Wait. I'm so smart. SMRT. I mean SAMRT. Alright. Wait. Oh man, I thought I could easily reset. Wait. Getting back is part of the puzzle. Oh no. Wait. What the fuck? Wait a minute. What's going on now? Why is the lamp glowing? No, that's not working. Wait a minute, what am I missing? Can I just walk underneath it? I can just walk underneath it. Oh, I went the difficult way. Well, I felt very smart about it. Elsvik, hello, fellow toaster. Man, if I jump down here, I'll die. It will actually make me into mince. Okay. See? Very deadly. What's here? Oh, there's a colored... Read. This appears to be a Reaper's abandoned logbook. We've been ordered to disconnect a series of open doors in the region around the recent anomalous energy surge. This area had previously been quite active with commission members assisting the witch with her research. The order came through and was executed immediately, so I'm not sure what has happened to the crows that were there. All doors have been sealed for now, and outstanding work orders in the region have been manually closed. Quite strange, but it's above my pay grade. I find it's better not to ask questions. Okay, there's really not much to talk about design here. I mean, I guess we kinda... this section, but it worked either way. You know, like it I felt it natural to do this, and I like that the game allowed me to go up there. But I guess we can also go down here. This kind of worked. Yeah, we're kind of at a point right now where, I mean, we talked about a lot of the more hardcore level design stuff earlier, right? Now it's more like killing bosses and doing more of the same. Ah, I see you've been exploring the old office departments. Luckily, I mean, we're sort of nearing the end anyway, so I guess I'll try to do the... Oh, man. I'll try to do the boss fight. Wait. Where are you? Okay, yeah. So we'll do the final boss, I suppose. And then we'll have learned quite a bit, I think. Oh, look, it's the spoon now. That wasn't here before, was it? So I feel like by doing this, we have like a really nice balance between like a stream that focused on quite a bit of level design, puzzle solving. We had these awesome talks about the wall running, right, and the verticality in Night City. I think the balance is nice and even. And now these shenanigans of me failing to fight the bosses. A key? Do I have it? I do. Oh, it's another cage. Wait, I'm almost... Ah, fuck it. I don't need full HP. Full HP is for losers. Corpoik is asking whether the color scheme of black and white has any other effects on the player and its design. Well, what's your guess? What's everyone's guess? Famous last words indeed. This could be the Mako reactor from Final Fantasy VII as well. Yeah, I mean, you know, yes is a fine guess. I think it's multiple, right? Like we've seen sort of how with the absence of color, when you then suddenly use color, it becomes really obvious. So you can use it to signpost and you know, lure the player around, let them know, ah, this is an object of interest, right? The book, for example. That's really nice for the level designers to come up with like a simple way to guide the player around. But of course also thematically, I mean, emotionally it works, right? To kind of showcase this realm beyond death or of death, right? As opposed to the world of the living or people trying to live forever. So yeah, it has multiple purposes. As for level design, you know, clearly it can help with player guidance. Sorry. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Ayashbek and Illusive are... Ooh, that... I know this is what you wanted to say, Ayashbek. Yeah, sorry. I actually, you know what? You're right. I need to balance out the whole asking question, waiting for the answer a bit. But I always feel, from my end, it's difficult because I don't know how much of a delay there is, right? There seems to be very little delay, admittedly. So, you know, I don't want to just have like 30 seconds of me just sitting here. It's difficult. I'll try to do better. Shreddy Teddy! I love the username. How are you doing, sir? I used to watch Night City Wire all the time. I even put 224 hours in Cyberpunk. Great job in that game. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so glad to hear that you liked the game. And, you know, like, I really, really appreciate you taking the time to come here and to say this, right? Like, I know it takes effort. And again, it is your valuable time. And I'm very grateful for you choosing to spend it by saying something nice to me. I really, really appreciate it. Super happy that you liked the game. I hope that from here on out, there'll only be more to like. House of Ingwe, thank you for the follow. Also, Shreddy Teddy. Oh, it's so fun to say. Everyone, you should try it, Shreddy Teddy. Is it like Sweaty Teddy? It's like the teddy is full of sweat. Either way, thank you both for following. I hope, you know, you'll find lots of awesome content on here that you will enjoy. I will say as a disclaimer, usually we do lots of level design analysis here. Where I try to break down the levels that are being made here. This is the first sort of isometric game. Usually we do more like shooters or first-person games, or even third-person games like Mass Effect. None so far in this almost 2D sort of perspective, top-down perspective. And usually what I like to do, you know, to also welcome everyone new, I have like this, like, and I can draw on this stuff, right? So I use this to point out different things on the screen and how the designers spent their thoughts and energy to make these awesome levels, and you know, trying to outline all that went into making these levels. Holy shit, what the fuck is this? Ah, there's something amiss about Granny's basement. Ah, it's a huge factory of, yeah, I mean, she clearly up to something. Yeah, you know, you know, it's of course easy to plot my own stuff, but I welcome you to check out some of the past VODs, for example, where you'll be able to see lots of this stuff. Wait, I want to see what's happened here. Oh, so I need to go... Oh, interesting. So I need to go around somehow. I feel so bad for hitting these, but at the same time, it's so satisfying. Better than hitting grandma. Okay. See? So, this is a passage, right? Yeah. Intriguingly, look, we talked about this earlier, right? With the whole trying to showcase paths in these kind of games, right? And you can see instantly, at least that's how I feel when I look at this, how much the stripes in the mansion actually help to really telegraph that there's a passage. Here, I almost missed it. I suppose these dots kind of help, almost like a trail, literal trail of breadcrumbs, but here I almost missed the passage. This might be intentional. Let's figure out if it was by looking at the kind of content we have here to see whether it is like main progression or more of optional content. So in that case, if it's more like an optional reward, we can assume that this was meant to be something that was harder, that should have been harder to find, so players can have a little bit of, you know, a side objective, side exploration. But it's not feeling like it. It's actually not feeling like a side path at all. I'm going back to check something. Yes, Shreddy Teddy, that is true. We also did a series on Dishonored 2. I think we did like almost 4 streams on it, and it was fucking awesome to see. Wait, so if that feels like the main progression, where does this go? Okay, yeah, so this loops to the... Huh. This opened that door. And now I'm back here. Okay. Ah. Oh, okay. All right. So here, this is how it's done. I think it makes perfect sense. It's intentionally made hard to miss. It's because this way, by missing this, I'm actually sort of pushing the... Oh, this is clever. This is really clever. Intriguing. Okay. Look. Oh, I want to talk about this. It's good. Good shit. So this is intentionally made to be hard to see, but not impossible, right? They're using these elements to kind of dot the player forward. It's like, as I said, literal trail of breadcrumbs almost, right? And the reason they're doing this is so that I, as a player, get a bigger sense of non-linearity when, you know, there really is a bit more, or rather, I get to witness more of the level, more of the experience, sort of almost be forced into the optional exploration, while at the same time trying to show me that there's multiple ways, right? Like I could have continued down here as we showcased before, right? Like, but I decided to go back because it felt like a main path, and we can talk about why it felt like that in a minute as well. But yeah, so because it actually is the main path, right? So they made it hard to miss. What happens then? Well, because of it being hard to miss, and you know, I literally just coming from this elevator, I see the same elevator or platform here, I of course tend to use that. You know, I recognize it as an object that I can use because I've literally just been using it. I understand it, right? This harder to understand. Okay, so I do this. I do all of the side exploration, right? That leads me all the way around here like this. And then I go enable the passage, drop into the room, go below that I just unlocked, get the optional loot item. I feel like, oh shit, okay. I found something cool. I got a little reward, but this is not how I thought this would be, right? Because you kind of have this feeling of this is where it should continue, but it actually just leads you back to the same level. Or like same bit of the location. You're like, oh wait, this is not the main progression. This is an optional path. How odd. At the same time, you don't risk having the situation where the player actually then still misses this, right? And then thinks, wait, did I miss something else? And then they try to do the same route again, you know, maybe trying to hang out on the platforms down over here on the side a bit more. And now it's getting a bit crazy, right? Thinking that maybe there was something they missed. They're preventing this literally by just, you know, the platform is one way, right? So you can't use it now that you've used it once. And that forces you either to go back this way, which seems unlikely because as a player, you've just come from there. You feel like it's solved, right? So the only way forward is to explore this area. And chances are that by doing so, you will actually find the main path forward. So relatively clean, kind of nice. What happens if the player does decide to go back? Then we go back to this area, right? And there's no sense of progress here. I mean, we've already done everything, it feels. Okay. Cool. So we do go here. Up until here, it felt like it could have been a side path. But then what made me really uneasy in that regard was... Oh, wait, let me... Oh. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I need to stop. Oh man, that's sweet. Yeah, what made me really uneasy is the next room. So I'll get this loot item. This is entirely optional bit, right? And so imagine this. Danya, welcome. Welcome to the stream. All right, guys. So imagine this. If this room would not continue here, like this wouldn't have a continuation, this would have been an amazing little side room, right? Like we would have found it by sheer accident because we missed it. It was made to be easily missable. Why do we know it was made to be easily missable? Because A, we easily missed it, and B, we've seen how they try to telegraph actual rooms they want you to see, right? They have the methods, they have the means. We've seen the stripes on the ground, right? And the light shining through, all of these kind of things that make a passage really obvious. So in case there is a passage that we miss or that doesn't have these features, we can assume that it was an intentional choice, right? Having a certain design goal here. Again, we have these dots, by the way, here, you know, sort of close to the objective where we actually progress. So imagine if it was closed, we would have had this would have been a nice, clean side objective, right? And the flow would have been also awesome. You found an optional goal. You did like this little thing. You got your reward in the form of the money, currency, souls that you use to upgrade. Then you go out, you continue on the main path, and you're happy, right? People that missed it would have not been sad because they would have never known. And that might also have been a cool way to progress this, right? However, that's not how it was made, because the main progression actually continues here. It's actually a cute little detail how, in a way, emphasis is put on this passage with like the lamps here, right? It's like almost, you know, having pillars next to a gateway. At the same time, I feel the color of this gate is so subtle, right? It almost blends in and looks like a wall. This was the moment where I was kind of confused because the width of the path here makes it look really, really important, and it doesn't feel like a side path to me at all at this point, right? Which in reality also it isn't. The width of this path is akin to what we had last stream, where they, remember, for those of you who were here, where we talked about them telegraphing the main path by using different staircase widths, right? So you had the staircase that were only half as wide, you know, maybe there was a railing here, right? Like this. So it actually, you know, and this wasn't staircase. So it actually was only half wide, which made it look like more, which was used for optional paths, right? And then they use these big wide staircases like we have them here to kind of differentiate the main path from that subtly. And so this is happening here as well. It is the main path, right? But that's also why it struck me. I'm like, wait a minute, this feels important. This feels big, wide. This feels like a main path. And it actually is, right? And you can see how the width, simply the width of a path, can change the player's perception of how important something is. Now, it's always the ratios as well, right? Like, just because you have big paths, it doesn't need to mean that it's like a main route. It's the contrast between having the big one and the small one that actually makes it clear which one is which, optional path between main path. However, in real life, or from our experiences in real life, we as humans wanted to see. Oh no, it's him! It's the sun! Oh, interesting little visual thing. So we as humans actually have the sort of subliminal notion that wider paths are main paths. And why is that? Well, it's kind of how our cities are built, right? Like so the wider a road, the more important it kind of is, right? So you have these examples with, of course, not only streets, right? You have like multi-lane roads, you know, busy junctions, but also we know this if you live in a city that maybe has like the historical background where you may have huge paths that may have been used for infantry, right? Or like paths to walk around. For example, in Berlin, you have the area around the Brandenburg Gate, right? The street going all the way to the, I forgot what it's called in English, but it used to be something where, you know, German troops would march, you know. Nowadays you have awesome parades there, which is much more nice, I think. But these kind of things, and they're meant to be wide because not only can the troops walk down it, but they can be for these marches and everything. It gives this a higher sense of priority, right? And it's the same sort of principle that is being used here. Yeah, exactly, Shweddy Teddy. And you find that in architecture everywhere, right? Airports, for example, like the big main hall versus side corridors leading from, you know, one terminal to another, perhaps, right? There's definitely differentiation, or just generally building. Chances are, if you've been to a school building, right, like you may find this differentiation between like main sort of corridor versus side corridors, etc., etc. And they usually utilize the same principles, which is why we as level designers can utilize these as well in our designs, and you as players will understand it without even having to think about it. So I think Granny has been doing experiments to you know, foster the whole to immortality thing. Interesting. So I'm making a choice here. I'll talk about it in a second. Yeah. Let's see. What's that? Oh, it's the healing seed. Okay. All right. The reason why I didn't go down that route as opposed to this route was simply because I saw the two lights and I thought this is where the level continues. And I wanted to try to get everything, right, to explore. So I went here, turns out that is indeed not where the level continues. I did explore, but there's just nothing here. Oh, there was the health item. And by the way, actually, let's go back one last time. Man, I'm running out of time for today as well. I wanted to kill the grandma. So basically what's really fun is that this is probably a one-way drop from this section, right? So I can just come back from here easily and loop back onto this level and then continue doing what it is that I do. But in order to make players not feel too sad, too bored, right? They do this thing where they anticipate, okay, some players might go here because we have the level laid out like this. So let's at least put a little loot here so it feels worthwhile, even if you can't progress from here. It's some things like these that as a designer you should be aware of, how your levels can be played, even if that's not the intended way, right? And then try to accommodate your players. So the experience is always nice. Is there a payoff to subverting these rules instincts, or does it break the flow in a negative way? I mean, you can... Instinctively, I would say don't mess with it. You know, like it's really... It can backfire easily. That's basically the reason. Like, subverting expectations like this can work if you know what you're doing, right? If you are very deliberate and very careful with how you do it. But the chance of it backfiring and just resulting in a confusing level and something that's, you know, not feeling nice are higher, right? You're playing with fire at that point. But you can pull it off, of course, right? It's just more difficult. And who knows, maybe you're working on a game or on part of a game where this feeling of confusion is actually something you want, right? And in that case, that might be a powerful tool to play with it, which is, again, why I like to point out, yeah, look at the big main stairs going to Grandma over there, right? But again, my point is, that's why I like to point out these kind of rules, right? Because even as a designer, it might not be something that you ever want to actively use, right? But being aware of all of these little principles, no matter how important they may be to your specific design, or no matter how much impact they may have on a level and how it's played, right? That loot item level wouldn't have been much different if it didn't exist there, right? In that dead end. It would have been slightly less rewarding, but it would have been okay, right? But still, knowing these allows you to also break the rules, which is the same, basically, what you're asking, Ayashbek, right? Only with me being aware of these expectations and these rules and instincts that players have, can I actually start playing with them. The danger as a designer comes, of course, if I'm not fully understanding why things are happening and how they're happening, because then I can often land in traps that may actually result in my design not playing as nicely as it should. Or as I wanted to. Romulus, thank you for dropping by. Have a great good night and get some good rest. 3 a.m. Holy shit. Danya, it depends on the game. I would say in our games, level designers and quest designers would make these puzzles together. Oh no.
Yet you still persevere. I'm not sure if that's admirable or stupid. I have another voice altogether again. No, it's definitely stupid. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must have some alone time with this infuriating young lad here. Oh God. Hopefully I can make him see sense. Now, please, go away.
Okay.
No, I want to save my friend. Oh, I have fire spell.
Oh, that opens so cool. Can I heal? Can I has heals? Oh, man. Guys, this... This keeps on going for a while. I thought, you know, it'd be basement, big room, grandma, dagga, win, and everyone goes to bed and we're happy. But it just keeps on going, which is awesome, you know, in terms of a game, of course. But, you know, holy shit. And I mean, in terms of like the visual design of this, what an awesome contrast that is, right? Remember, the mansion starts out so nice and awesome, so clean, so impressive. Then you get more and more into the mansion and you realize, wow, a lot of it is really shitty and not really well taken care of. It is really just very superficial. And now we're all the way here in this awesome fucked up dungeon with the experiments and all that green and, you know, and what a transition it has been, right? And in a way, the whole dungeon, like the house becoming, you know, darker and grittier already helps to sort of foreshadow the whole, you know, there's more to this than meets the eye, right? There's once you look under the surface of things, literally, we go into the basement, things are different than what they seem. It's not this nice, clean, awesome mansion. It's not the nice, friendly grandma, surprise. But actually, darker things are happening here. It's consistent. It's nice. It feels good in the context of this game. And with that, I feel we can finish this session for today. Let's do a few minutes of just chatting, talking about whatever it is that you want to talk about, and then call it a night. Can I get more strengths? Oh wait, look. Oh, it's the waiting room. They just deposited here. Cool, and the incense is there as well. That's a really nice detail. More. Just give me all the strength. Yes. I, for one, am shocked Grandma's secretly evil. Yeah, I did not see that coming. But I feel validated in my attempts of killing her before we knew that she was evil. Clearly, I have great instincts. I like to have that. Let's leave the music on in the background. How are you guys doing? How have you enjoyed today's stream? Was it insightful? Did you learn something? Were my skills impressive? Kit Kat Kate strikes me down with her righteous judgment. I don't want to comment more on this topic. I feel like I might just, you know, end up canceling myself. I learned that points for everyone means point for Rayfish. Aw, are you jealous? You know, if you're jealous about other people getting points for being smart, then you should learn how to type faster. Because clearly you already have the right ideas. It's the typing that you seem to struggle with. And I know Irishbeck, you're a smart cookie. You've been at the forefront of answering most of these questions really, really well. And intuitively correct. Maybe you should seriously consider joining the game dev industry if you haven't already. No, I'm impressed. Like, lots of you are intuitively, you know, really, really smart when it comes to this stuff when I ask questions. So good for you guys. Elusiar, thank you very much. Duckheads as well, and thanks again for all the subs for everyone. It's fucking cool. Creeper Slasher, that also makes my day. These streams are really, you know, it takes some time to prepare for it, right? It's also mentally always this sort of, oh shit, now I'm going online again and there'll be people watching me and holy shit, I need to talk about stuff, right? It's there's of course always a little bit of pressure, sometimes less, sometimes more, but at the same time, they really are the highlight of my week. There's always nice. The community that we've sort of gathered here is so loving and friendly and awesome. And it's really a joy to do these things. Yeah, running a second time in the purple urn after you died the first time, we learned you... Yeah, crazy kid, you got a point, Next week's stream, I don't know yet. Would you rather me slay the grandma or play another game? There you go. Your chance. I'm okay either way, by the way. Creeper Slash Up, it has my recommendations. It's a lot of fun. And I'm still at the very beginning of the game, so even if you've been following the streams, I don't think you've missed much. Persona 5. Ooh. Unless the other game is Persona 5. I'll note it. Note it. Kill the grandma. People really want to see grandma die. Come on, vote. Vote. There's still more people who can vote. We only have 10 votes so far. That's not much. That's not much. Should grandma die, or would you rather see me play and analyze another game? Oh, it's actually much more even. See, there you go. There you go, guys. Yes. All right, I feel grandma killing is really high up, but I will say that in the last 10, 15 seconds, you know, the ratio really switched in favor of play something else. So I'll see. Democracy, you could say, has worked. Technically, it should be grandma, because, you know, if you don't vote, well, go fuck yourself. No. But at the same time, there seems to be a tendency. I'll see. Maybe killing grandma is a quick thing, and we'll do two games in one stream. Maybe we'll do something like this, depending on the length of it. Tancho, I'm very glad you enjoyed it. Anytime. I really love talking about this stuff. If it isn't obvious, it is my passion. I am in the lucky position in life where I am fortunate enough to be working at my dream job, right? As my dream job, on my dream job. I don't know. Slow processor. Thank you for following. Anything makes me happy that allows me to share that passion, but also share some insight into how games are made. And I see this as a bit of celebrating the hard work that other designers and developers have been putting into their games, right? The kind of work that goes unnoticed otherwise. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing, but it's also cool, I think, to take the spotlight onto that and kind of showcase how stuff is made, how the sausage is made, so to speak. Rayfish, you are right about Persona there. Yeah, we should do a palace if we were to do that. Because, you know, like just analyzing how awesome Tokyo looks in the game and how close to reality it actually is, having been in Tokyo. Yet another thing I was fortunate to do. It's really cool to see the same places. Kojima or Todd Howard? Oh, shit. Now, they're both not very tall, so that's not a matter. So there must be very agile fighters. I don't know. It's a really good question. If it's a battle of wits, that might also be really difficult. I think they're both really smart people. I think it would end in a draw. It's kind of like, and now don't spoil the movie to me because I haven't seen the most recent one yet, but it's kind of like King Kong versus Godzilla, right? Probably what would happen is that they'd fight each other and it would be a decisive battle, but then a third challenger would approach and they'd team up and together defeat that third challenger. That's my take on it. Dania, that's great. You know, I hope it doesn't stand in the way of your enjoyment of video games. I hope it will actually, it helps you to further enjoy them more, right? Because I, as a designer, it can be really difficult. I feel like I have a sort of good means to just shut off my brain and play stuff and enjoy it for that. But I know many designers who also struggle with this and kind of just, they can't play games without constantly, you know, looking stuff. It's the same like book authors not being able to read other people's stuff because they constantly look at the construction of the story and all that, right? It's blessing and curse. It can be. I have not played Death Stranding yet, to be honest. No. May that be a game worth analyzing? Keep that in mind that Todd Howard has 16 times the detail. Would be nice to have them as Smash characters and come up with different abilities for them. Like, what would they be their Smash Ultimate? Yeah, I still need to play through Persona 5 Royal. I got it, but haven't had the time to go through it. But it adds a surprising amount of content, actually. I'm really impressed with what I've heard. Yeah, maybe some. Yeah, you know what? Those I would like to do one of those, Mirosi. I like that about Portal, right? We did one stream on that. It was really cool, very crisp, lots of stuff to see and witness there, and then we just kind of left it at that. Also, it gets the number of the episodes higher, so we're getting closer to 10 sooner, which may be a good thing, may not be. So yeah, I don't know. Well, we'll see. It's definitely something worth thinking about. I wonder if we should do more of these perspective games, because I feel there's a lot of interesting stuff to learn from these. One of the ones that I've seen thrown around a lot is, of course, the Ascent, right? As another recent game or new game that is taking place in this perspective. We'll see. Portal Reloaded, maybe. Corpoik, thank you again so much for the awesome questions. And thank you for dropping by. Sweet dreams to you as well. And have a good night and get some sweet rest. See you hopefully next week at the latest. Saturday at the soonest. Ooh, watching a speedrun together may be fun. I expect that's a great idea. I'll talk about it. I'll think about it. It might be fun to watch one and then kind of react to it. I know IGN has a format like that. Just kind of talking about the glitches. Although some of them really elude me, because some of them happen on like really complex coding side, right? Because they abuse mechanics like that. But otherwise, what was the speedrun? Cool idea, though. Okay. Zelda, A Link Between Worlds would also be interesting. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Generally, any 2D Zelda. Okay, guys. Metal Gear Solid. Yeah. I'll put them on the list. I'm not just saying that. I genuinely have a list where I take all of your suggestions, and if they get mentioned multiple times, you know, I'll bump them up in priority, and we have time. We can get through them. Okay. Multiplayer games. Yeah, I was thinking about this, Alex, but the problem is also, like, how do I play a good, like, if it's not a co-op game, right? But like, I don't know, something like Destiny or something. It will be difficult. I need some crewmates who will be able to stand still and look at shit for a while I talk and analyze stuff, right? Without it affecting them, you know. We'll need to see. Mr. Hawkins, thank you for taking the time, though, to drop by at all. I really, really appreciate it. There will be the VOD, you know, of this stream. This one was a lot of fun, I think. Lots of cool insights. And so, since I'm, you know, let's say goodnight. One last reminder that we will be streaming this coming Saturday at 3 p.m. CEST. Until open end, we will continue our Valheim playthrough with Mark and Seb, and we'll continue building our Viking village. And I'm looking really, really forward to that. I think this will be the epic conclusion, hopefully epic conclusion of our village. We still have lots of stuff to do, but we've done some prep work. We've gotten resources, right? And we have brought plenty of time, good spirits, and I mean, not the alcohol. But yeah, we're in a good mood for it. We're really excited for it, and I think it will be a really fun stream. So I'd be more than excited if you all would drop by to take a look. Nicola Soda. Taste the love. So yeah, until Saturday then. If not, next week, Wednesday, probably, right? Yeah, 8 p.m. CEST. Thank you, everyone, as always, for dropping by, spending your time with me. I've been having a blast. I hope so have you. And until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and see you next time. Have a good night. Love you all. And now, from this, I can't just cut, but I need to actually awkwardly now click on the button and, kill the stream. I still clicked the wrong button. How awkward.